Okay, my friends, give me a second to check all the technical issues of a live stream. Somebody let me know if the audio is good. Make sure I got my live chat box pulled up here. Looks like we got a few folks online already. Zhao Bao, McLovin, Kelly Gray, Sardino, Brett Lance up in the house, Countdown Traveler, Derek Webb. Okay, so the audio is good. And folks, during these live streams, if anything goes wrong technical wise, please let me know if the audio is not good. Boom! Benny the Mac off the top ropes, staring at I don't know if that's purple, that's like a chartreuse color that just flashed on my screen right here, headed north. My goodness, thank you very much. Big Money Benny down there in Australia. I think a cyclone's coming through. So, man, I hope you're okay down there. You still got internet and power, so I guess you're doing okay right now, my friend. Thank you very much. Larry Tack. All right, cool, man. You coming to Manila. Got George Van Turner. Okay. Talking about, I guess Big Money Benny posted a nice dancing video. Boom! Big Money Benny off the motherfucking top ropes. I'm seeing red, orange, and about, whoo! My goodness. Big Money Benny, thank you very much, my friend. Oh my goodness, the ladies, I know they're dreaming about Jollibee. When they see those colors, all they think about is Jollibee and going over to Rodeo Drive and doing some shopping, man. Boom! My goodness. Roy Goad, Ocean 101, and Suregal. All right, cool. No, man, no, this ain't a wetsuit, man. This is just my bathing suit, you know. Little Speedo bathing suit. Got the matching shorts. So I was actually up at the pool. Boom! Benny the Mac comes back in with a smackdown on the blue. My goodness. Man, Benny, thanks for sharing all that love. And I'm not sure how much, I think Big Money Benny won some money last night. Maybe he wants to weigh in on that, but from what I understand, he won a little bit of change last night at the casino. So, I never win anything on the slot machines. But, okay, folks. Benny the Mac. Folks, Benny must be down there tossing them back because he's stuck indoors during the cyclone, the storm, or whatever he's got going on. So, he's down there drinking. I know what he's doing, man. Matter of fact, man, Benny sent me a picture this morning. It had all his money laid out on the couch. I guess that's what he won last night. And there was a damn crab on the coffee table. And I'm like, yo, man, what's the crab doing on the coffee table? I don't know. I don't know if he was about to cook or what. But there was a crab loose on the coffee table. All right, Big Kevin. I got Derek. Cool story. Raymond, how you doing? All right, folks. So good to see everybody checking in. And today, this video is just going to be an informal discussion about a question that I get asked very often. Now, I'll throw the disclaimer out there if you didn't read the description. I am not retired. There ain't nothing about me retired. From head to toe, from physical to mental, there's nothing about me that's retired. I'm just getting started. You know, I can say I'm in my prime or I haven't even got to my prime. But there is nothing about this dude. All right, Damo channel. Demo, man, however I pronounce that, man, but thank you very much. Just blew, woo, right just flashing, man. Just colors headed north. I'm sitting here looking at these colors at the top of this iPhone because I'm reading off my iPad, but up here it just stacks them. It's like I got Lego different color bricks up there, just all over the top of this iPhone. So thank you very much, my friend. Boom! Benny the Mac is out of control, or else there's some chick down there that's got Benny's phone that thinks she's playing a video game or something. It might be some Filipino laid up there thinking this a game. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, so I'm not retired. There's nothing about me retired. I'm just getting started. But I have lived, you know, outside of my home country. My home country is the U.S. And I've spent a lot of time on bar stools sitting next to expats, guys who either live in that country and they're retired, or the guy who's over here for 1 week and he's just dreaming about retirement. And that's a lot of the folks that if I'm sitting at a bar, yes, we are live. Candy Mr. 2, yeah, we are live. So yeah, Benny the Mac won $4,100 last night and got banned off of YouTube. Well, he can no longer live stream. I think he got smacked and can't live stream anymore. That's a long story. Okay, so a lot of the folks I've been hanging out with for the past decade, they're either retired or they're dreaming about retirement, and they have all these questions, right? And I've been privy to these conversations. And 10 years ago, if somebody asked me the question, you know, hey, should I retire early? I always said, hell yeah. If you can retire early with some type of pension. Now, Mo Channel, thank you very much, man. I just got another orange bar stacked up at the top. It's like Legos. They're just going together. I don't know where they're going to stack them. There's not enough room at the top of my iPhone for all these colors. So thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. So, you know, so a lot of this discussion has been about retirement. Thank you very much, Troy. Glad you could join us, my friend. Hope you're doing okay out there in the world. So thank you very much. Dark blue headed north. That's like a navy blue. Man, I got all. It's just too cool to see all the Lego blocks up here. Cool. So I'm not an expert on retirement, but maybe I am an expert because I've heard so many different sides of this topic. 10 years ago, I would tell a guy, yeah, retire as early as you can because life is short. Time is really not something you can buy more of, and that's my mindset. Okay, folks, the biggest like enemy and friend that you have is time. And so a lot of folks, they lose track and they lose sight of the fact that maybe they don't have time to implement all these grand plans that you've come up with in life that you're going to do when you retire. You're going to retire at 62 or 55, whatever your age is that you're going to retire at, and you have all these grandiose plans. And I'm going to tell you what I see and what I have seen with a lot of folks that move over here, you know, here, Thailand, Southeast Asia, Central America, Terry M, boom, off the top ropes. That's right, I've been jet flying, limousine, riding, and women loving. Woo, daddy messing with the nature boy. Derek Webb, boom, Chair Force One. Thank you very much, Derek. Man, looking good in that suit, that coat and tie, man, on the profile pic right there. So thank you very much, my friends. And folks, somebody must have a damn dog on the balcony below me. All right, so, you know, back to talking about time. In the West, it's like we're programmed to believe that all we should worry about in life is our retirement. Every day people are, when am I going to retire? How much money I'm going to get when I retire? You know, they talk about this retirement. And nobody ever stops to think that when they get to that retirement age, they're going to have health problems that prevent them from going off on these grandiose plans that they come up with, or B, you know, they're dead because they got in a car crash, or, you know, you got cancer or something, and now your life's over. Folks, you get one run at this shit. Life, you get one run. Boom! Bearded Patriot TV. San Mig Light. Cold one, man. Thank you very much for that. And you know what? You just reminded me that I got a Heineken right here. I have not popped the top on. So thank you very much. I will dispatch my lady back down to 7-Eleven. Pick up some San Mig Lights. Thank you very much. So, we're programmed to believe that we're going to retire, we're going to get our Social Security check at, 62, and we're going to live to be 100. So most people look at it really lopsided and one-sided. They think, oh, I got to do all this work, and then when I'm 62, I'm retired, and I can do all these grandiose things. Let me tell you a reality from what I've seen here. Now, when I go to a bar, the majority of the time, whether I'm here, Thailand, Cambodia, I'm sitting in a bar, boom, Benny the Mac with a bitch slap on the blue, man. Thank you very much, Benny. The majority of the people that I'm in the bar with, I would say their average age is around 65. So about a decade of my life, other than my close dog pound compatriots, you know, Pablo Escobar, the J-Dog, they're my age. Doc Wayne is mid-60s. Now, most of the guys in the bars or people that I just, you know, come across everyday life, they're mid-60s. That's the average age. I'm always the youngest guy in the crowd, usually. And some of the guys are mid-70s. So what has happened throughout the years, we got JX in the house, man. What's going on? Got the J-Dog rolling strong. So what happened through the years is that I'll be drinking with some guy, you know, everyday drinking buddy that comes to the bar. He'll be there every day for 6 months, and all of a sudden the dude don't show up. And this isn't a once in a blue moon type deal. This happens frequently. And so he don't show up, and then finally we'll, you know, head over to his house and try to check on him. Boom! Aaron P off the top ropes. The king dropping knowledge. Keep your ears open. Thank you very much, Aaron. I hope you're doing good today, my friend. Thank you very much. Big ass green bar just got launched like out of a fucking slingshot. So anyhow, you know, one dude won't show up at the bar. And finally, we roll over to his house, and, you know, if I'm in Thailand, you know, you talk to his Thai wife, and like, you know, either the guy died, and she's already taken him up to the temple and burned him up, or B, you know, he wasn't feeling well, he went to the hospital, they told him he's got some issues, and he got on the next flight back to the UK, next flight back to the US, whatever, he's out of there. And it happens quite frequently. Why? Well, hey folks, you know, when we start getting older, I mean, at some point we're all dead, right? At some point we're all, you, me, you know, I figure I got 20 years and I might be dead, you know, and we lose sight of that. We lose track and we lose sight of that fact when we start making these decisions about retirement. So some of the guys I drink with are 75 years old. Boom, Damo channel. Thank you very much again, my friend. Thank you very much. Damn, green bar, just solid headed north. So what, you know, I've always had that mindset that life is short, but seeing this with drinking buddies basically coming and going and dropping like flies, whether they're, you know, whether they're dead or they head back home. They had these grandiose plans to move and retire and sit on the beach every day, and a lot of them don't make it but 1 or 2 or 3 years. You know, in their mind, oh, I'm moving to Southeast Asia and I'm going to live over there for 40 years, my golden years, and live out my retirement. Folks, they make it 2-3 years and they're out of here because of some type of health problem, and they want to go back to their home country. And basically they're down for the count. I mean, if you die, you're down for the count, period. If you develop some type of heart problem or whatever, you can't leave the house. Well, my point is, you have to factor that in, and sort of think, in the front and the back of your mind, hey, there's no guarantee I'm going to make it to be 100 years old. So I guarantee you, all my buddies that have, that died that were 62, will say they waited, to retire until they were 60 to get a few more $100 per month. Boom, Benny the Mac. Thank you, man. Well, if they knew they were going to die at 62, I'm 100% certain that they would have fucking retired as early as they could and taken a little bit less money per month, because now they're gone. They're getting zero money. They're dead. They're in a fucking box. But when they were thinking about when should I retire, they're not thinking or forecasting that I'm going to die when I'm 62. Now, everybody has to eat, so you do have to plan ahead on your finances to where, you can afford to live. But, the question of the video is, should I retire early? Well, all these factors are what I want you to take into consideration, that there's no guarantee you're going to live to be 100. You need to start thinking in your mind, I might fucking kick out at 62 or 65. So if I'm going to kick out at 65, is it worth me working a few extra years to get $200 more a month? If you could draw 80% of your pension, or you got to work 5 more years to get 100%, you might want to start thinking about taking that 80% and living them years, because there's no guarantee you're going to make it to 100. So that's kind of what I wanted to get going here, and hopefully in the comments, some of you retired guys can kind of weigh in on your opinion about the matter. But 10 years ago, I would have told anybody, yes, retire early. But I'm going to give you 2 different examples here, all right? And I'm not going to name any names. You guys might be out there watching the video. But I got 2 different folks I know, and we'll just say this person over here, we'll call him Bill, and we got Bob over here. They both make about the same money. Both make, 6 figures, then some. They make about the same money. They're about the same age. They're about the same amount of seniority in their company. Same amount of vacation hours. When you're a senior guy, hell, you got over a month vacation every year. Now, the question is, okay, well, here's the other thing. One loves to go to work. He loves his job. The other guy hates his job. All right, well, it's a no-brainer. The guy who hates his job, boom, blue shark off the top ropes with a blue bar headed north, stacking it up there with the Legos. Thank you very much, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so my advice now is the guy who hates his job, absolutely despises his boss, despises going to work. That guy needs to retire as soon as he can. I don't care if he can get 60% of his pension, because every day this dude goes to work, he's miserable. He needs to retire as soon as he can, take that 60% of his pension, whatever he can take, and run with it. If it's not enough money, he can go fucking, get a side job doing something else and improve his daily lifestyle. And that's the word I want folks that are, seriously here for this topic. It's about lifestyle and time. Okay, those are 2 key words you need to key in on here. So let me just talk about this dude. And probably 20 years ago, I had a boss break this down when he had a meeting, and a lot of people have heard this shit before. But basically what he broke down was how much time you actually spend at work and getting ready for work, going to work. And he was basically saying, look, if anybody here is miserable, get a new job. And he wasn't saying it to be a dick. He was just trying to say, look, this is the job, this is what we do. If you don't enjoy it, you got to realize how much time out of your life goes into this job, right? And he broke down, you know, you see these charts, right? Boom, arrow P. That's right, you could die tomorrow, get diagnosed with cancer, get to living. Folks, people get diagnosed with terminal illnesses every day. Don't think you can't be one of them. So that's a good point right there. You know, you got to eat, and you got to plan for tomorrow, and you got to eat. But every day, doctors are breaking the bad news to people. It could be you, it could be me tomorrow. So you got to keep all this in mind. But let's talk about the guy who hates his job. Maybe that's you out there. All right, say your ass gets up at 6 in the morning. You take an hour to get ready. Maybe even more. If you're one of them guys that's got to wake up, check your email, you got to iron your uniform, whatever you got to do. That's an hour to get ready for a job that you hate. There's another hour for an average commute. And I'm going to say the average American over time probably spends 10 hours per workday, right? Most Americans, you know, work 50 plus hours a week, right? I work more than that. So I'm just going to say a nice round number, 10 hours. So now we're at 12 hours already. You got to drive home. That's 13 hours. Now, say you get 8 hours sleep. Folks, that's 21 hours a day. And it only leaves you, what, 3 fucking hours for yourself. 3 hours. You got 3 hours during an average work day in the West to call yours. Now, if you have a shitty job and you had a shitty day at work, you're going to come home and be in a shitty mood for 3 fucking hours. And you can look at the percentages, and I did some percentages here, and it depends on how you want to look at it. But you say 80 to 90% of your time, and I'm not sure if I did that on the waking hours or whatever, is spent at your job or surrounding your job. So if you hate that fucking job, okay, and you're thinking about retirement, fucking retire. Retire as soon as you can draw some type of check. I don't care if it's 50, 60%. Get that free check. Go get another job that you like. Get the hell out of there. Okay? Sell your fucking McMansion, buy a smaller house. Get the hell out of that job, because if you're, you know, like these guys I mentioned, and you kick the bucket at 62, being in a shitty job, folks, it's not worth it. Take the money, retire early, do something different. It don't mean you got to go sit on the fucking couch or the rocking chair. It just means you're going to take the money that you work for. Derek Webb, boom, with a 666 off the top ropes. Green bar headed north. Thank you very much, my friends. So you take that money and you go start a new job. You start a business. You do something else. You move and downsize your living expenses. But if you're going to sit there and are eligible for retirement, Jose Toribio, boom, off the top ropes with the green. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. So if you're eligible to draw free money, and you're going to sit there in a job that you don't enjoy going to every day, you're wasting your fucking life. Retire, take that check, do something else. Now, my other buddy, okay, so that's that's Bob or whatever. This guy hates his job. Retire right now, dude. Get the hell out of there. Take the other dude. He's a senior guy. He's making the same money. He's got all these benefits, seniority, a lot of vacation time, but he loves to go to work. Well, 10 years ago, I'd have said, fuck it, man, retire early, life is short. But now my advice is, dude, if you still enjoy going to work, do not retire. Ride that damn job out as long as you can. If you're happy, you enjoy going to work, you got that big money coming in, you got that extended vacation time because you've been there for 30 years, everybody knows you, and you have all this vacation time, well, guess what? If you're still working that job, just do some blowout, lavish vacations. You know, you got 30 days a year. what, every 3 months take a lavish vacation and go somewhere and live like a king because you're still working, making that big money. So I would not retire if I was that guy who loves to go to work. You know, I'm senior in my business, my company, with the government, wherever you're at. I would not retire. I would just look at my calendar year and say, all right, I'm going skiing in January for a week. I'm gonna blow it out. You know, in March, I'm going, I'm going to Thailand. In August, I'm going to Central America, and just keep blowing it out. You can have a pocket full of money. You can do whatever you want to do. You're not living on a fucking budget, and you're still working. So those two type guys right there, should they retire early? You hate your job, you hate what's going on, yes. Make a change, do something else. Supplement your income by working as a fucking dive instructor. Go teach English somewhere, you know, if you leave the States, or, you know, get a job that you like doing. Because it may not pay what you need, but if you add it to your pension, okay, you're gonna live a better lifestyle. And think about time, okay? All right, so let's see. So we talked about the two dudes right there. Talked about the hours of the day. All right, talked about my bar buddies, right? Okay, now check this out. This is another aspect, right? Because I hear this too. Some people, they want to get that 30 years in. Why? Because they got that pride or that ego. They hate their fucking job. They're like 27 years. Oh man, only got 3 more years to go to get that 30. And I'm like, well, how much extra money is it? Well, it's $200 more a month. But I want to get that 30 in. Because they want that fucking plaque. They want that 30-year fucking wood plaque that the company's going to give them with a fucking ring, you know, and a damn lapel pin, you know, and a fucking cross pin. They stayed there at this company X for 30 fucking years. Folks, that's the biggest horseshit excuse about not to retire early, and I've heard it. You're gonna fucking wait a couple extra years so you get that 30-year pin or that 30-year plaque that nobody gives a fuck about. The minute your kids drop you in the nursing home, that fucking plaque's going in the nearest goddamn trash can. Okay, that's the way it's gonna be. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit but you. You can hang it on your wall. Oh look, you know, 30-year plaque. Congratulations, 30 years of service. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody even wants to come to your 30-year fucking retirement party. Nobody gives a fuck. You know what they're thinking? They're thinking, goddamn, I gotta go to fucking Bill's retirement party and watch him give him this fucking plaque. Now I'm gonna be late for my kid's soccer practice. Nobody gives a fuck. Okay? Nobody gives a fuck that you had perfect attendance for fucking 30 years. Nobody gives a fuck, because if you don't like your job, you're just telling me that you fucking stayed in a job for an extra few years that you hated, and you were afraid to make a fucking command decision and make a change in your life for the better. And you're gonna make it to that 30 years, you're gonna move over here, move to Central America, and run the risk of fucking dying in 3 years. Congratulations. You see, you could have had 6 good years, but you waited the extra 3 to get that fucking plaque. Now you only got 3. Folks, fuck that plaque. Fuck that damn 30-year ring or a pin or lapel pin, all that shit. Time. All right, it's about time. Lifestyle. You say, oh, well, look, man, I can't afford to live on, you know, $800 over here or whatever. I gotta stick it out. Okay, I've heard that shit too. I got a buddy down there I was drinking with the other day. He's from Northern California. Nice guy. He retired, I think 6 months ago. No, I might get his story a little wrong, but I think he retired 2 years ago and was living in Northern California and realized I can't live on what my pension and what my Social Security or whatever he's got going on. He said, I can't afford to live here. And he said, damn, I got to go get a job. I got to go get a part-time job. And then somebody said, look, man, come on over here to the Philippines and you can live off your retirement check. Now, folks, this guy, he's not a Philippine or world traveler or player or anything like that. This is a guy who never been in the Philippines, sitting in Northern California, dipping into his savings every month, going down, 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 and had to make a decision. Either get a job or go broke at some point. And his buddy told him, hey man, come to the Philippines. Well, guess what? That dude's living down there in a nice brand new townhouse. I think he pays like $550 a month with utilities. He's living large, $600 a month. You can walk to all the damn bars and restaurants, and you know, public transportation is cheap. Well, all of a sudden, now that guy can live his life off of what his retirement and his pension is. So we talk about options. Okay, option number one, and I got a list here, so I actually stumbled onto my list of my options. Okay, his option was to get a job or somehow or another downsize his living expenses. Boom, Derek Webb off the top ropes. My crocodile hat's right in there, my friends. It's right in there. But like I said, I was up at the pool, so I was up at the pool. I was going to live stream from the pool, but there was some more. There's a gentleman up there chilling, and I know he didn't want to listen to me talk for an hour. So I said, no, I'm not going to disturb his serenity. I'll just retreat down to my balcony here. But that's why I'm not wearing the hat. I was up there in the pool for a while. Okay, so that gentleman moved abroad. Now, not moving abroad, and I don't even know what the hell that term means, right? Abroad, overseas. People say, oh, you're living overseas. What does that mean? No, I'm here. You're overseas. And that's another discussion. Okay, he chose to leave his home country and move somewhere where his money would go further. The living, he could afford a better standard of living than what he's doing up there. Okay, so that was his option. Okay, option number two, you retire early. You can't afford that big ass McMansion you're in. Folks, sell the big house. Sell the big house, get a smaller house. Move into an apartment or a condo. I mean, when you get to retirement age, do you really want to get up every Saturday and mow grass? No. I mean, I ain't never mowing a fucking blade of grass again. But for me, like when you get to the point of retirement, it's not to go sit on your farm and have to do all this damn work. It's about having time to enjoy, you know, traveling or going here, or visiting your grandkids or whatever. It's time to simplify your life. Simplify and minimize, you know, everything about your life, from your bills to what you have to what you have to fucking maintain. So if you ask me, would I retire early and have to move into a smaller house or keep working a few years so I can stay in my big ass McMansion? If I don't like my job, folks, I'm getting a smaller place. You know, you don't have to move abroad. You just got to downsize what you're doing. And another thing I put on the list here, you know, if you really want to retire and get out of that job early, just sell your damn house and get a small RV. Go live out west. There's all kind of YouTube channels out there about living in RVs, people living out of their cars because they just got tired of being slaves to the machine. And you know, occasionally I'll watch some of those videos. You know, dudes out there living in their truck or whatever. If I came back to America, that's what the hell I would do. I had a big ass long van before I used to live out of when I wanted to. I'd do the same shit. I'd get me a van, go out west, you know, chill out, just drive around all these festivals. Why in the hell would I pay rent? So I know if you got a wife and kids, you can't do that. But if you're coming up on retirement age in the West, I'm kind of making the assumption that you've already launched your kids and it's just you and the wife. Or maybe it's just you. So you've got the latitude, the freedom, you know, to make these choices. All right, so I already talked about a fucking plaque, 30-year pin. Who gives a shit about that, right? All right, folks. That's just all the notes that I had, but I wanted to generate the discussion. And a lot of times what YouTube channels really do, or what blog posts really do, is all they do, and one of the main things I want to do is just to invoke thought. And a lot of people get more value out of the comments or out of the live chat maybe than they do the actual video itself. So kind of what I did today, I've just put a platform here to discuss, should I retire early? And I guarantee you, if I go sit next to somebody in the bar down there and they're here on a week-long vacation, at some point that topic will come up. You know, I'm teetering on retiring this, I'm going to do 2 more years. Folks, it's an everyday conversation, every day. All right, JB, got a 30-year pin and a plaque. Congratulations to you, sir. But the minute your ass turns your back or you hit to the nursing home, your kids are going to take that plaque off the fucking wall and use it for firewood or to go in the nearest trash can. Nobody cares. It's like nobody gives a shit about, my awards and everything that I got to hang on the, I love me wall. Nobody gives a shit. So, I mean, congratulations, but, I hope you weren't one of those guys that made the decision to stay in a shitty job just to get it. I hope you loved your job, and that's why, why you went on with it. But man, I sit here and I talk to dudes all the time that are just miserable in their job. They're miserable doing what they're doing. They are eligible for some type of retirement, and they will not pull the trigger. They will just keep on going to that shitty job, bitching and bitching and bitching. And it just defies logic for me. Why don't you get out of that situation? Take what free money you can take, and if it's not enough money, go get a job that you enjoy. And now guess what? You're still going to work every day. You're making maybe close to the same money combined, but you like your job. And if you're not making the same money, all you got to do is downsize a little bit. And all of a sudden you're enjoying your life and your lifestyle, because folks, time is precious. Life is short. I've said it before. Okay, there's no heaven, there's no hell. I'm not here to debate religion. But I'm telling you right now, you get one ride, and we're not guaranteed to get tomorrow. I could go out there today and get run over by a damn jeepney. Last live stream for the king. That's in my mind. It's always in my mind, and that's how I base decisions. I have to plan for tomorrow, but I understand there is no guarantee that I'm going to get to tomorrow. I could get fucking hammered drunk on this balcony and fall off. I mean, there's no telling what can happen, right? It does happen to people every day. Hell, 50,000 people in the U.S. alone die in automobile accidents. Lynn Iglesias, boom! Thanks for sharing. I enjoy your channel. Thank you very much, Lynn. Damian Stewart, boom! It was like 2 atomic elbows simultaneous. It was a coordinated attack on those 2 colors it just launched. Fucking green headed north. Boom! Or was that blue? Thank you very much, my friends. Anyhow, folks, all I wanted to do with this video is just invoke thought. If you are one of my viewers thinking about retiring and you are teetering on what to do, I think that the real test is, do I enjoy my job? Do I enjoy my job? If you really need the money, it's like, do I enjoy my job? If the answer is yes, stick it out. Take lavish vacations. If I hate my job, despise going to work, pull the trigger. Just pull the trigger on the decision. Shit, I probably just got banned from YouTube for making that fucking gesture. Okay, make the decision, all right? And take some action. Make some type of change, because time is ticking, my friends. It's running out. That's why I do a lot of the crazy shit that I do, because in the back of my mind, I know in the end I'm going down, and it's a matter of when. And with the way I drink, hell, it could be soon. Who knows? But when I kick the bucket and I take that dirt nap, or they burn me up at the temple, there's not going to be any regrets in my mind about, well, I should have did this, or I should have done that. Oh, I wished I would have done that. Hell no. I'm going to go down with a big ass smile on my face, because I did it all. And if I was in a situation that I didn't enjoy or that I didn't like, I'm going to be confident and thankful that I made a decision to make a change. Whether it's job, women, where I'm living. If I don't wake up and I'm, if I wake up and I'm not happy, I'm making the fucking decision right there. I'm changing something. It might not be that day, but the decision will be made that day, and a plan will be in place where there's a fucking change coming down the pipe. I can assure you. Throughout my career, I've held so many different titles because I've had so many different jobs. And looking back at most of those jobs, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I had a great time, but when I stopped either having a great time or stopped looking forward to going to work, it was time to make a change. And a lot of the people that I've worked with, if you're out there watching me, a lot of folks in my past, you're still in that same job that I came, spent my time in, and left. And I'm not knocking you. I'm not saying that's anything negative, but it wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me to work in the same job for 30 years. And I'm not done yet. Like I've talked in videos before, at some time I'm going to Alaska and I'm going to work a season up there on one of them damn crab boats. You know why? Because I love watching that show back in the day, Deadliest Catch. I don't really watch it now, but I used to watch the hell out of that show. And years ago, I said, shit, one day I'm going to go up to fucking Alaska and I'm going to work on that crab boat. You know why? Because I can do it. So at some point in my life, I will be up there, what do they call him? The newest guy on the fucking boat. What do they call him? The new kid who comes in, he gets like a half a share, whatever it is. I can't remember what the hell they call him. Greenhorns, right? I'm going to go up there and I'm going to be the new guy on one of them crab boats, and I'm going to work a season because I want to put that title in my, on my list of things that I've done. And I'm going to keep plugging away. But do I think I could go up there and work 30 years on a crab boat? I don't think I love it that much. So, just different mentalities. And that's my mentality. That's why I'm sitting here right now. That's why I'm sitting in the Philippines. And, next month I might be sitting in Cambodia. I just like the variety. But back to, if you just join this live stream, any of my live streams, we always get off topic. But the question is, should I retire early? Yes, you should if you do not enjoy going to work. If you enjoy going to work, then by all means stick it out to get that extra money, or get that 30-year pin, whatever you're trying to do, with the back of your mind realizing that you're not going to live to be 100. There's a possibility you might live to be 65, so weigh it out on that. But I think the solid advice for me, should I retire early? If you do not love your job, yes, retire early. Retire right now if you don't like your job. And then start doing other things. The guy who loves his job, you can weigh what I've said in this video today. So folks, that's basically my 2 cents in on the subject, right? But one of the main things that I wrote right here, I don't know if you see that, but right there. Okay? Time. Van Turner says he don't want to live to be 100. You know, man, I just want to I want to enjoy life today, and I want to enjoy life tomorrow. I can't bring back yesterday. I can't change yesterday. I can learn from it. I can learn from it, reflect on it, laugh about it, say, damn, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I did, but that's yesterday. So I'm living life today, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Now, if I live to be 100, so be it. If I live to be 65, so be it. Now, I'm not going to live out any of my time shitting myself in a nursing home with a feeding tube. I'm not going out like that. So when I say live to be 100, you know, I'm going to be the guy that lives to be 100, and I'll still be down here at that damn bar stool. I'll probably have a cane, but I'm coming to the bar every day at 100. You know, but if I hit 70 and, you know, I can't get around, I can't take care of myself, I'm not living 30 years in a nursing home. You will not see my ass in any nursing home. I promise you. That ain't happening to the king. Ain't nobody wiping my ass. And, you know, I'm not laying up in a bed shitting and pissing myself with a feeding tube. That ain't happening to me. Now, that might not be your mentality and it's your life. That's fine. But I don't need to worry about long-term care insurance. And we'll just kind of leave it at that. I'm not going down that road. All right, Terry in, 18 months away from retiring and traveling the world. Congratulations to you, my friend. I know you're looking forward to that. And so that's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear you'll be on the overstay road soon, my friend. Once you start traveling the world, bouncing around with them visas and, you know, overstay road, that's where I live. So welcome to the road. Yeah, fence walker. Yeah, the older you get, man, that's why you need, you know, a younger girl. She's more energetic. She's going to take care of your ass, you know. So, yeah, boom, Krusty off the top ropes with the orange bar headed north. My goodness, folks. My goodness. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. Okay, so, yeah, you brought up there's a couple good points. Number one, what if you get sick? Number two, what about taking care of your parents? Okay, folks, we all have different scenarios in our life and different responsibilities. You know, a lot of folks cannot punch out of the U.S. because they do have parents that they're involved in their care in some manner or another. We all have different scenarios, and those have to be factored in. And that's a whole different, you know, that's a whole different topic. If you have those responsibilities, well, obviously you can't punch out and travel the world. You can't, you know, you got to handle your responsibilities. But the decision of whether or not to retire or not, you know, what we've talked about during this whole video, that's, for me, that's on you. That's your call. And if it's not enough money on that pension, get a damn job. Start over somewhere. But yeah, so if you have parents to take care of, I understand that. We all have our responsibilities. What if I get sick? Okay, well, believe it or not, folks, okay, check this out. And this is funny. I'm glad you brought that up. Over a decade ago, when I thought about leaving my home country, I was actually in Thailand, and I was at a bar, and there was an American gentleman playing in the band. And I knew he had been there because I knew he was living there because I'd seen him, you know, over a period of time. So I talked to him, and I said, "Man, I really want to leave the U.S. I want to live somewhere else. I want to travel the world." But you know, I'm like the average American. I'm worried about insurance. What if I get sick? What if this? What if? The dude kind of looked at me like, I got health insurance here. And I'm like, really? He said, yeah, I got a health insurance policy I paid $300 a year for. And so like in your limited mind, when you're, especially from the West, we think in a box. That's just the way it is. And it never crossed my mind at the time. It's before I started traveling. It just never crossed my mind that I could go to another country and get a local health policy. And so $300, he had a health policy. He had an accident policy. Now, I'm not saying that's going to apply to everybody, because the older you get, no matter what country you're in, insurance works the same. You know, the older you are, they may reject you, they may not accept you on a policy, or it's going to be too expensive. But he blew me out of the water, because he's about my age. So back then, what was he, 35? He's like, dude, I got a health insurance policy for $300 for 1 year. And it was actually a pretty good damn policy. So option number one, you can get insurance. Not everybody, but there are insurance options available outside the U.S. Number two, okay, you set aside a chunk of money for any type of emergency. Okay, healthcare outside the West is a fraction of what it is in the West. Okay, my wife, she just had a baby. She had a C-section. A C-section in a private room in the hospital here, we were in and out for $2,000. Less than $2,000. Less than $2,000. Now, C-section is a major procedure. So you can bank some money to save in case of an emergency where you're not going to die. And I highly recommend that. You know, if you come over here without any type of insurance policy or whatever, bank some money, set it aside that's, in case you get run over by a jeepney, in case you have a appendicitis, in case you need some type of emergency medical procedure, you have that chunk of cash set off to the side and you can pay for it. Or you have a credit card that's an emergency. You have a credit card with $10,000 and that is your emergency medical policy. And if something breaks bad to where you exhaust that money, well, guess what? You may have to get on a plane, go back to your home country, get a fucking job and pay your bills and get back up on your feet. In the West, we're programmed. You have to have medical insurance. You have to have medical insurance. You have to have medical insurance. Folks, most people in the world do not have medical insurance, and they're living every day. They're living every day. And so, yeah, 10 years ago, that's one thing that scared the shit out of me until I realized there's options. And I've been living over here ever since. Okay, I got a dentist over in Thailand. He's a retired American guy. My dentist in Thailand is probably better than your dentist. And guess what? You go get a cleaning, maybe cleaning and x-rays and, an exam, $45. You don't need dental insurance. Now in America, that's going to cost me what? $400. Here it costs me $45. The guy is a retired American dentist. His equipment is better than my dentist's office back there in the US. So it's something you need to be concerned with, but it shouldn't be something that says, oh, I can never leave my home country because of fucking Medicare. Fuck that. In the end, you're dead anyhow. Medicare can't save your ass. If your body gives out at 65, it don't matter if you got Medicare or not. You're going down. We're all going down. In the end, we're all dead, right? Don't lose sight of that fact and start living your damn life. This guy I was talking to from California, he said a drinking buddy of his up here just went down a few months ago. Same scenario. He was telling me the same scenario I preach about. He said they were in the bar. He didn't show up for a couple days. 3 days later, somebody found him dead in his fucking hotel room. He was dead, and he went to his funeral. End the story for that gentleman. He was in his 60s, I think late 60s. End the mission for that dude. They had a funeral for him over here. The folks in the bar went to the funeral. End of story. He's checked out. You think he gives a fuck about Medicare, Medicaid, or health insurance now? No, he's dead. That's it. End the mission. But he lived out his last days the way he wanted to live them. Fucking drinking, chilling with his buddies, partying. know, fuck Medicare, Medicaid. You know, fuck all that shit. All right, but it's a legitimate question, and we're programmed as Americans to worry about our health care. I got it. I used to be that guy. Now, I don't give a fuck. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to the comments right now. And I hope if you are just joining this video, the purpose of the video was to say, should I retire early? If you just joined us, let me recap it again. The gist of it is, if you enjoy going to work, I would stick it out and just take lavish vacations until you can get your full retirement. If you do not love going to work, I would retire as soon as I could and get whatever money I could, and if I have to start a new job or live a little lower, that would be my recommendation. That's kind of the gist of the video. Well, let's see. Yeah, Bob Barker. Death solves a lot of problems. It solves all of your problems. You ain't got no problems, right? Most people in the West do not even fathom the fact that they could die today or in 5 years. We're just programmed the way the system, you know, like we say, we're slaves to the machine. The way the machine programs you to keep you controlled and in a box and in line is that you are programmed to think about your retirement, think about your health care, think about all this. You know why? Because the politicians can use their bullshit speeches to influence you to vote left or right. Okay? Think about it. The programming is there. You've been programmed since birth to worry about your health care. So you let a politician go up there and say, I'm going to take one thing away from Medicare. Everybody's running over here to this fucking liar that says, you know, I'm going to fucking give retirees more benefits. Boom, Aaron P. off the top ropes. Cheers to the king and Big Money Benny. Cheers to you, my friend. Thank you very much. We've got a blue bar headed north, stacking it up there with them Legos. So, folks, you're programmed. You're programmed for a reason about all these benefits and healthcare and all this shit. Retirement, healthcare, 401k. You let a fucking politician stand up there and say, I'm going to take something away from Medicare. He just lost the senior citizen vote, because that's all they're programmed to care about. But they've been programmed to think they're going to live to be 100. Nobody's programmed to think, well, I might die at 65. Fuck this politician. I don't give a fuck what he says. I'm fucking rolling out to the beach and going to lay up in a hammock for the next 5 years. Don't think like that. You're programmed. I understand it. I get it. You're a slave to the machine. I was a slave to the machine. And after you break away, you're going to suffer what's called freed slave syndrome. You're still going to be thinking the way you're programmed. And it takes a long time, folks, to basically be able and be capable of independent thought based off of what you've been programmed since birth. And it took me a long time. I suffered from freed slave syndrome. Still worrying about what I've been told since birth, from religion to, you know, who I should support in the government, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know. Let's see. Ricky Spanish talking about prenups. Let's see. All right, Zhao Bao says, if you had a 21-year-old wife and a 26-year-old girlfriend, I'd die of a heart attack. Man, you know what? I mean, that's possible, but I bet it would add 10 years on your life, man. I bet, you know, for me, it's what keeps me young. We talk about drama. Me and the J-Dog talk about, man, we got all this drama. We've always had drama in our life, but we talk about that's what keeps us young. The drama, the going out, the partying, the chasing fucking, 26-year-old chicks in the club, whatever. That, my friends, is the key to keeping us young. Because, folks, I'm 46 years old. I can go out there right now running 10 kilometers after I drink 2 beers. And if you don't believe me, you know what? Maybe I'll fucking live stream fucking 10 clicks around this motherfucker. Put my wife on the back of a goddamn motorbike with the fucking phone I'll run 10 fucking kilometers after I drink 2 beers, stop at fucking CPI call shop, down 2 more, and I'll do 5 more. Now, am I a fucking Ironman, triathlete? No. But I tell you this is why I tell you the story. When we look or run into or communicate with a lot of guys we used to work with back when we were early 20s, folks, some of them are dead. Some of them can't get out of bed. Some of them are so fucking fat they can't even get up and make a goddamn sandwich. No, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm saying, the drama and the lifestyle, I think, is what's going to cause me to live longer. It's not going to fucking bring me down. It's what's causing me to stay active and to live longer. You can say, oh man, you drink so much, you're going to die at 60. I don't know, man. I think that the drinking, the partying, the dancing, hanging out with young chicks, fucking getting laid all the time, that's what keeps you young. Because your body subliminally knows this bag of bones is still in the game. I am still in the game, and I have to keep performing. But take any plant, right? What happens to it if it, plants, when they stop producing fruit, what do? They wither away and die, right? I ain't going down like that, folks. So I think this lifestyle, and folks, don't get me wrong, even if I was back in the States working 60 hours a week, and even when I was back in the States working 60 hours a week, me and my buddies partied like rock stars on Wednesday nights. Why? It was ladies' night. All right? Wherever we were going, at least in Atlanta, Wednesday nights is usually ladies' night. So we were out Wednesday night partying like fucking rock stars. Doing what we had to do. Dragging ourselves to work on Thursday morning, fucking hungover as shit, sometimes in the same clothes we come from the club, right? Then we were going out Friday night, doing something all day Saturday, fishing, going out Saturday night, barbecuing on Sunday. So just because I'm here, I was living the same type of lifestyle in the States as far as being active, fucking drama, breaking up with girls, meeting new girls, whatever. That's part of what keeps you young. I really believe that. Okay, so back down to the, we're talking about fishing. Shit, folks, speaking of fishing, man, I'd love to go fishing. Maybe that's what I need to do, go fishing here next week or so. All right, now we're talking about Western Samar girls. Okay. Hello from Lithuania. All right, folks. So if you join me to talk about retirement, that's just kind of my 2 cents worth, and just food to open up the comments about whether or not you should retire early. And I guess everything we've been talking about has to do with it. And the lifestyle, your lifestyle is directly related to your mood, how long you're going to live. Are you going to develop health problems? And so I look at it, man, lifestyle and time. Lifestyle and time. Boom! Ricky Houseman off the top ropes. I got a blue-headed north. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much for the beers. Thank you very much, man. Where you at in the world? All right, so National Guardsman's got a photo of his brother and his mom with Manila Bay in the background in the 60s, and the bay was clean. Shit, I'd love to see that, man. Now it's like, everybody knows Manila Bay is a cesspool. All right, folks. I think I've kind of talked enough about the topic, and All right, Anthony Phillips. Hey, man, good morning from Luxembourg. Thanks for checking in. Boom! Derek F. off the top ropes. On the way to Manila tomorrow. Cool, man. Hey, I might actually be down in Manila next week, my friends. I got some stuff to handle down there. So I might actually be down in Manila. And if I make it down to Manila, I gotta hit that Japanese ramen noodle shop over near the Mall of Asia. If you're in Manila, go check that out. But just watch my video called "The Thrilla in Manila." And towards the end of the video is when we stumble into this little Japanese ramen place. And I'm talking, that is the most delicious bowl of ramen I think I've ever had. But it's right next to a place called the Complex, which is like 12 go-go bars. And if you walk out the door, you take a right, and that little ramen place is on the right down there. So if I hit Manila, or if you're in Manila, I highly recommend that. Just tell them take you to the Complex near the Mall of Asia, and it's like 2 doors down to the left of the Complex. And go in the Complex, have a drink. We hit up a place called the Firehouse. Had a great time in there. Some nice ladies in there, but the ramen on time at that Japanese restaurant, folks. Mall of Asia. Cool story. Okay, when am I going back to the condo? Yeah, man, I know a lot of my viewers, folks. You didn't sign up to watch me sit here in this Western style condo and chill by the pool. A lot of people liked my channel and came on board my channel when we were at the $28 beach condo, and we were, just living a local lifestyle. But we will go back to that, but on a transient basis, only because, folks, we're not locked down anywhere. Like right now, we got locked down in Angeles City because my wife was having a baby. We picked a hospital, and we had to handle business here. In the near future, we're going back down to my wife's village, and we'll stay in the village for a while and live village life, and you'll really love those videos. I did a lot of videos from the village. Most of them I didn't post. I just got caught up with too much editing, backed up, and I never got to chopping them. I did the one video about how to take a dump in the village, kind of showed you around that, but there were a lot of other cool videos I just never got around to posting. So when we go to the village, in the village we have electricity, but there's no running water. You got to go down to the well. So we'll do a series of videos at the village. Her grandma's got some goats, and I'm gonna try to kidnap one of them goats and barbecue it without her looking. And so we'll do some of that stuff. I would take you to a cockfight, but people have told me that if you go post cockfight videos, YouTube might ban your channel. So I don't want to risk that. I don't want to take you to a cockfight, but I will take you to some more local festivals. But yeah, so I realize that. I realize a lot of people are here because of that, And I guess if I subscribe to a guy who does camping videos, and then a couple months later he's up in the club chasing women, I guess, but this is not a niche channel. That's the difference. Most of these guys doing like camping videos, okay, they're a niche channel. What do? They camping. And a lot of people come to YouTube and they expect a niche. Everybody says, hey, you gotta have a niche, you gotta have a niche. Well, that's true, but that's not my model. My model is, this is just really about what I do in life. Food, beer, and visas. That's the main thing. Travel, I cook, I eat, occasionally do a little riding, drink a hell of a lot of beer, and wherever that takes me. So anyhow, if you join me because of the $28 beach condo, thanks for coming on board. And we will be back down there in the village for those types of videos, even to the extreme. Because we were in the village. I mean, hell, at the beach condo, we had running water. We had running water, and you had a cell signal. In the village, there ain't no cell signal, and there ain't no running water. So we got some cool content going down there. when we get down there. And I'm going to be on the road soon. So, yeah, I get that question asked a lot, my friend. All right, let's see. Yeah, food, beer, and women. Boom! Derek Webb off the top ropes for the TP after that dump. Thank you very much, man. And folks, here's the thing, like, I don't know, my iPhone may be about to do a thermal shutdown. I don't know, it just went dim. So if this live stream ends, folks, I'll just see you guys on the next video. Let's see. Okay, well, check it out. Over here and most places in the world, they don't have toilet paper. They don't use toilet paper. Now, coming from the West, we think that is like so backwards, right? But I'm going to do a video about toilet paper versus washing your ass with water. And I'm going to do, I got a cool video in mind that's basically going to convince you that toilet paper is the most, it's the most archaic, but it's not, like modern archaic way to wipe your ass that could it's possible. How did we start wiping our ass with a wad of paper? And I'm going to do a video on it, but I'm going to ask you this. If you have a baby and you change that baby's diaper, do you use toilet paper or wet wipes? Ponder that shit for a minute. And then ask yourself, why in the hell do we as adults use fucking toilet paper? Folks, soap and water. Soap and water. So when you start realizing that that's the better option, then you're like, man, why in the hell in the West do we fucking use toilet paper? Boom! Aaron P off the top ropes. Cheers to the King soldiers in the chat. That's right, man. I got some loyal subscribers here, my friends. I don't even like using that. I don't even like using the term, but that's how we term, you know, how many subscribers you have. I call everybody on here friends. What's nice is that I don't know, maybe it's a normal progression of a YouTube channel. Boom! To and fro we go for the bum gun video. Thank you very much, my friend. When I do this video, I promise I'm going to convince you guys that toilet paper is the worst option about wiping your ass. And folks, I'm from the West. Like when I went camping, when I was living in the West, what'd I do? Take a fucking toilet paper, right? And then when you leave the West and you end up in the Middle East, Central America, Southeast Asia, where people you can't afford toilet paper. They don't use it. And you master the art of fucking wiping your ass with soap and water, and then all of a sudden you don't got fucking train tracks in your goddamn whitey tighties anymore. You're like, what the hell's going on here? And then you realize, you're like, well, because I'm basically, every time I go take a dump, I take a shower. Fucking 10 times as clean as I was in the States. Oh, wiping your ass with fucking wadded up paper? What the fuck? How did we get to that point? Killing the fucking rainforest so we can wipe our ass? Fuck that. Kenneth Nakamura, use your sock. Man, there was one time in Afghanistan, I was going to this meeting. I got a case of the fucking runs. Bad case of the runs. That's a long story, man. But yeah, I ended up using my fucking socks. And then we left there. I was wearing these fucking shoes that wore these blisters. We walked out of that place, had to walk a ways. I got so many blisters on my fucking feet because I had to use my socks to wipe my ass in that fucking porta-john. Hey man, the weather here, Whiskey Smoke, is so beautiful, man. I mean, there's just a few clouds in the sky. There's a nice, cool breeze coming. Now, when I say nice and cool, dude, I'm so comfortable right now. But at night, like it's been so cool here at night, you really need long sleeves, a light jacket. It's just beautiful, man. Just beautiful. And you know, in the wintertime, Thailand, the Philippines, the weather is just fucking perfect. I mean, it is just perfect. Thailand as well. Now, you know, we get into the rainy season, you deal with that, but right now, how can you beat this, man? I'm sitting up here, this nice cool breeze. Basically, all we do is just keep the door to the condo open, and you got this breeze blowing through. You very rarely need to use the aircon. Baby, can you bring a king a beer? All right, well, after that, you bring him a beer. Oh, she's in there changing a diaper. But, yeah, so it's raining in Nashville. Yeah, that's what my family was saying. It's like been coming a monsoon over there so long that it's like coming a flood over there. Yeah, that's it, man. Where do you think toilet paper comes from? It comes from fucking trees, right? Fucking killing trees. Every time you go to the fucking bathroom in the West, you're killing trees. I mean, don't we need more trees to clean the air? And folks, I'm a big advocate of getting rid of single-use plastics, right? Check out my blog. I wrote an article on it. But single-use plastics, you know, it's horrible, horrible. I mean, what's the statistic? Like 500,000 plastic straws get used and thrown away in the U.S. every day. 500,000 fucking straws. You know, what's wrong with making a fucking bamboo straw and reusing them motherfuckers? Or make a fucking stainless steel straw and wash that shit just like you wash the spoons and the forks and the knives. No, the goddamn plastic company's got to sell 500,000 of them things every day, and they go in the landfill or the fucking ocean. It's horrible. Cool, man. And you know why I made that video? I made that video not to be funny, but for a purpose. Like, a lot of guys, the first time they come over here to the Philippines and their wife is from a village, you know, or some girl they met online, they're asking me these questions. Hey, man, what's it like in the village? I'm supposed to go meet my girl's family in the village, blah, blah, blah. And you know what the question gets around to, what they're scared to death of? They're scared to death that when they get to the village, they're going to have to take a dump. They're basically asking me all these questions, running around in a circle to get to the point. Boom! TL Towing Guacto, man. Oh, TL Towing Auto. Sorry, man. Thank you very much. You got your passport. Congratulations, my friend. Come on over. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my friend. But the thing about it is they ask these questions because they're scared of one factor. They're scared to take a dump in the village if there's no toilet paper and no running water. Boom! Aniel Rivera. Thank you very much. Keep preaching the truth with the green. Whoop, whoop. Headed north. Boom! Building them Lego boxes up there. Thank you very much, my friends. So, you know, so I keep having to explain to these dudes, you know, what it's like in the village, you know, I mean, some people in the village have a proper house. When I say, let me, not proper, but a Western style toilet, because there is no, proper is the wrong word to use. Just because in the West we have a fucking toilet that looks like this and flushes, doesn't make it proper. It just makes it, that's what we have in the West. Okay? Humans have been shitting in the fucking woods for 2 million years. The goddamn crapper's only been around for what, a couple hundred? So I don't want to use the word proper. That was the wrong choice of words. Okay, just because you don't have a Western style toilet with a fucking flush feature and a padded toilet seat, folks, that's just modern technology. All right, we've been around for about 2 million years, and we've been shitting in the fucking woods with no toilet and no toilet paper, and we got here just fine. Okay? I mean, your dog goes in the backyard, takes a fucking dump, he don't need toilet paper, right? He's still living. So anyhow, these dudes ask me these questions because they're concerned. They want to go there, they want to show their respect, meet the family. But you know, a lot of them are from the big cities. They're not into camping. They never had to shit in the woods, and they wanted to know. I said, all right, man, stand by. I'll make you a video, and I'll show you the outhouse at my wife's village. And that's what it is. It's an outhouse. There's 2 outhouses. The one by Grandma's house don't even have a door. The other one actually has a door. And check out that video. I think I called it "How to Take a Dump in Your Wife's Village in the Philippines." Boom! Aaron P. Sherwin Williams in here. Man, I'm looking at so many colors. Thank you very much, Aaron P. I'm looking at so many colors up there. It's like I'm in Sherwin Williams looking at a fucking paint color palette, you know, trying to figure out which color to paint the fucking bedroom, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But yeah, so check out that video. You know, if you're coming over here and you're gonna visit your girl that you met online, if you're gonna visit her family in the village, check out that video. I'll show you how to take a shit in the village. You can do it. All right. There's so many options if you're prepared, and if you're not, you can still do it. But you got to watch that video to learn how to, you know, take a shit in the village without pissing and shitting all over your pants. That's right. So, what was I talking about too? Oh, I was talking about the natural progression of a YouTube channel, right? And I don't know if this is for everybody, and I know a lot of viewers on here, you run your own channel. And I don't really have too many friends or too many acquaintances that run a YouTube channel. I mean, Big Money Benny just started his channel. And so, you know, we talk every day, and I see what he's got going on and how his channel is progressing. Boom! Terry in. Good night from Melbourne, Florida. Long live the king. Thank you very much, Terry. Yeah, man, get you some sleep. Probably got a long day tomorrow. I realize it's late in the States. Thanks for joining me, man. Thank you very much. But like the natural progression of a YouTube channel, and I'm wondering if this is other folks' experience or just mine, but it was like when you start the channel, nobody cares, and all the comments, well, majority of the comments are positive or just people seriously wanting to stop by and either talk to you or meet you or, you know, talk about the topic at hand. And then like once you hit like 1,000 subscribers, it's like almost like the fucking trolls and whatever you want to call them, trolls, haters, psycho, internet fucking wacko, psycho son of a bitches. They come out of the woodwork. And then like they're just constantly fucking with you. And then once you hit like, I don't know, I guess when I hit like 8,000 subscribers, somewhere in there, like most of the trolls and the haters just fucking faded out. And I don't know if it's because you get so many subs that they start counterattacking these fuckers. Because I don't engage them anymore. I fuck with them when I want to for entertainment, but like, you know, we're over 10,000 now, and I don't have the same troll problem that I had. And so I just wonder if like other people's experience, if that's like the natural progression of their channel, or how it works. I don't know. So if anybody's running a YouTube channel, let me know your experience with the negativity of when you first started, you know, until you hit like 1,000, 10,000 subs, like how that played in, or if you still got the psychos in there. And interpretation said maybe the algorithm is somehow kicking in. And John Kevin saying I'm still having trolls. Maybe so. Maybe it's just the fact I just don't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck before, don't get me wrong, but I did used to poke these assholes just for entertainment value. Let's see, King Marcos, what do you think about Travis Kraft? I don't know Travis Kraft. I'm making the assumption he's a YouTube guy. Seems like I've heard that name before, though. It's wet in Phoenix? Oh my goodness. Drove through Kingman, Arizona. Dead deer laying all over the side of the roads. Hey, Exmo, man, thanks for joining us, man. Yeah, good night from Jersey. Yeah, I'm just talking because I just love everybody's company. So I'm gonna shut this thing down pretty soon, man. Yeah, Ramstein, 1961. Good night to you, my friend. All right, Joshua. Yeah, folks, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this little live stream, and I hope that maybe down in the comments, if you do have some advice for other people about retirement, about when they should retire, and what your thoughts are, especially if you are retired. If you don't mind, just tell your story about, you know, when you decided to retire, and you know, what factors you had to play, because a lot of guys are teetering on the fence. They're teetering on the fence. They want to retire. They're scared to, and they're looking for information, and they're looking for experience to say, this is what I did. And unfortunately, I can't give them my experience because I didn't do 30 years, or I didn't, you know, I'm not retired. But because I'm here in this environment and this setting, I do engage in that conversation very often, but I'm really not the one to answer it. But I do have subscribers on here, friends on here, you guys that are retired. If you don't mind, you know, tell a little paragraph down in the comments about, yes, I retired early because I needed, you know, I hated my job, whatever your reasons are. And if somebody asks me this question in the bar, I'll say, hey man, go check out the comments on my video. You know, I'm not retired. I'm really not qualified to answer your question, but a lot of retired dudes did leave comments. Lefty Gatekeeper going to Red Lizard. Man, we'll be back down in Cebu before too long, and I love that place, Red Lizard. So give a shout out, give a plug out to Red Lizard. Was it burritos and tacos, whatever it is, Red Lizard. The one I go to is at Ayala Mall down in Cebu City. I think they have numerous locations. I can't remember. But the Red Lizard tacos, it's like on the top level. Well, check out my video and I'll show you exactly how to get there. But if you're anywhere near Cebu, blowing through Cebu City, go over there and eat at Red Lizard. Great food over there, folks. I love that place. Let's see, will I do prank videos? Oh man, I'm more, I don't know, man. I'm more of I hate to use the word reality, because these days when you say reality shows, it basically means trumped up fake bullshit, right? Man, I just do what I do. I just film what I do. So prank, I don't know. Maybe I'll prank my Filipinas and telling them I'm bringing them Jollibee chicken and spaghetti, but bring them a Big Mac and see what happens. I don't know, man. My shit's not scripted. This is just a slice of my life. Raymond Chin, thank you very much. Mitch, okay, retired early. Benny the Mac, thank you very much, my friend. I hope you're doing good down there, and I hope YouTube will reinstate your live stream ability, or capability, not ability, capability, or is it whatever the word is, man, because maybe what we should do is get a petition going to you know, free Benny the Mac, free Benny the Mac, free Benny the Mac, the man. Boom, Derek Webb off the top ropes with the blue headed north. That navy blue, man, that almost matches my it does almost matches the shade of my top right here, man. Cool, thank you very much, man. Yeah, we need to get a petition going to reinstate Benny the Mac's live stream features on his channel. Boom, Ricky Houseman off the top ropes, East Lansing, Michigan. Just took a shower, did not wipe, no problem. See, there you go. There you are, folks. Living proof. Living proof. He took a dump, took a shower, no need to wipe with paper. He saved the rainforest. His ass smells like Irish Spring, and there's no railroad tracks in his fucking drawers. Because, you know, if you're wiping your ass with fucking a wad of paper, all you're doing is smearing the fucking chocolate bar around on the fucking ass hairs. God damn, you know. So I'm gonna do the video. I'm gonna put fucking Charmin out of business once you see this video. All right. So, yeah, man, we need to get a hashtag started. Hashtag free Benny the Mac. We need people protesting outside of motherfucking YouTube headquarters. You know? And Benny can weigh in on what the circumstances were to cause YouTube to shut down his live stream privileges. And I think several of you guys saw that video he uploaded, because apparently the video was up for some time, the way I understand it, and I think he had like 1,500 likes in 5 minutes. And I have viewed the video myself. It is a stellar boom Mac White off the top ropes with the blue. I got rainbows getting launched, man, just torn apart. A blue bar going north. Thank you very much, Mac. How you doing, man? Where you at in the world? All right, you got stock in Charmin. You better sell that shit, man, because when I do this video, I'm gonna give you I'm not gonna give you. Maybe I will give you a taste. Okay, but let me try to not get banned on YouTube here, right? Shit, I want to say it, but they might. Nah, I'll do the video. I got to think about it. I don't want to get. I got a lot into this YouTube stuff now, right? And I'm still gonna say what the fuck I want to say. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. But there are certain parameters in YouTube, and it's their company. They can set the fucking parameters if they want to. It's their fucking company, and you either abide by their shit or they boot you off the platform. So I still exercise my freedom of speech, but I still have to be cognizant sometimes about the way I present certain pieces of information. Because I can present this information, my argument against toilet paper versus cleaning your ass with soap and water, and I can do it in a way to get my point across, and it will be of educational value, and it's quite acceptable in their terms. Or, I can get drunk and say some stupid shit, then the video gets pulled and I get a community strike. So I'll just wait for the video, but I'm gonna convince you to stop buying toilet paper. You're wasting your fucking money. You're killing the fucking rainforest, the damn redwoods or the pines, whatever to make that shit out of. I don't even fucking know. What kind of wood? A pine tree? You're wiping your ass with a pine tree or an oak tree? I don't even know what kind of trees they make toilet paper out of. All right, Mr. B says set up a meet for all subscribers in AC at Scorebirds. Now, folks, this is what I did last week, and I guess a lot of people didn't see it. What I did one of them community posts with just a picture, and I don't know if it comes across your feed or not. I don't know how that community tab works, but you can post pictures and text posts. And I did make a post, and I said, hey, I'm going down to After Dark tonight. Anybody want to show up? And one of my buddies did show up. Roberto did show up, and we kicked it all night. And if you're not familiar with After Dark, it's right next to that, it's just this side of Phillies. Just right down from Phillies, next to that Korean bar right there just shy of Walking Street. It's called After Dark. And I met the manager there. His name's Richard, but everybody calls him LA because he's from LA. Cool guy, man. Cool guy. Shout out to LA, man, if you're watching. And he had actually sent me some messages inviting me to come down. But folks, a lot of people that invite me on here, they're still playing games, and so I don't fall for that banana on my tailpipe again. There's too many people playing games and say, hey, come down here. I go down there, and they're just playing games from the U.S. But I was walking by After Dark, and he's like, hey, Marcos, right? So I started talking to LA, man. We hit it off. Cool dude. He's a manager down there several days a week. Boom, Aaron P. Free Big Money Benny. Free Big Money Benny from the YouTube constraints. Let my people go. Let Big Money Benny live stream YouTube. So anyhow, I was walking by. LA hollered at me. He's like, come on, man, have a beer. and I'm glad I did. Cool as hell. And so he said, hey man, come down next week. You know, we'll give subscribers some discounts or whatever. And Roberto showed up, and folks, we got so hammered, fucking drunk, the three of us. I mean, it was. We had a great time. But I don't think the word got out because I just did a community post. So what I'll do the next time, I got to get with LA and see when he's working again. I'll do a video and say, hey, subscriber meetup, and come to After Dark. That's where my buddy works, and have a great time in there. Girls are friendly, good cold beer, and we'll do a subscriber meetup there. And maybe I'll just shift between After Dark and CPI Call Shop and those two places. So if you're not into partying with the girls, come to CPI Call Shop. You can get a cup of coffee and chill. And you know, if you are into partying, then you meet me down at After Dark. But yes, I will post a video about subscriber meetups, because folks, these days I got so many cool people trying to, hey man, meet me here, and it's overwhelming. I can't keep up. So what I got to do is say, hey, come on down to After Dark and let's chill out. We'll party all night. Okay, so Paul S said you did see my post on it. Okay. Because man, I'll be honest, like for some reason, and I got an iPhone 8 Plus. It's not because I have an old phone. I have all the settings right, and whenever Big Money Benny goes live, this son of a bitch will never notify me that he's live. I've checked and rechecked the settings. I'm subscribed to his channel. I hit the bell, and it will never notify me. I never know when Big Money Benny. So I got somebody, I need a young guy to figure this shit out, why my iPhone does not notify me that when Big Money Benny posts a video or goes live. Oh, so you're in Poland. Yeah, I guess it'd be hard to come over from Poland, man. But come on over, man. We've been talking about coming over there too. Ferdinand Marcos says the water sprayer. Folks, he's absolutely right. You are absolutely right, my friend. Once you have a water sprayer, if you've got the sprayer hose next to your shitter, you will never use toilet paper again, I promise you. It will take you a little bit to get the technique down, but once you have a water sprayer, you will never touch another fucking sheet of toilet paper ever again. You will never have fucking railroad tracks in your whitey tighties unless you just fucking, you know, rip one and, you know, shit happens. But if you go to the sprayer, you'll never go back to toilet paper. And you know, that's what happened to me. Once I moved to Thailand, had a water sprayer, we don't buy toilet paper. Occasionally we'll buy maybe a 4-pack just for, not for that purpose, for like, you know, just put in a bag to, you know, you can use it for different purposes, but not for the purpose of wiping my ass. I got a sprayer. It's like taking a shower. You know, if I had like dirt or mud on my face, would I take a piece of toilet paper and try to wipe it off, or would I really go take a shower? You're gonna take a shower. So once you get used to that sprayer, Charmin's out of business. That's why they will not put sprayers in houses in America, because the fucking paper industry will not allow it to happen. They will not allow that shift to go. They will be up there lobbying against, oh, this, it's unsanitary. But because they're in the business to sell you fucking paper products, they're not get an immediate courtesy flush, an immediate spray, and then sit there and do your reading and your YouTube watching videos, right? And 30 minutes later, everything's good to go. The damn room don't even smell. So, let's see. What is this? What is this? Let me see if I got to get rid of somebody here, folks. But I got to come over to this other app to do it. Where's this dude here? App, but I'm logged into the app. So if I want to get rid of anybody, where's this dude? Yeah, this guy right here. Who's this dude? Mr. Alright, had to put a jackass in timeout. You don't even get your name said, bro. You're in timeout like a fucking child. You may be a child, but you're in fucking timeout. I don't like to censor anybody. I don't like censorship. I don't like banning people unless you violate my no asshole policy. But I think the bigger disrespect to anybody that comes on here and starts acting like a jackass. And like I said, I'm not giving you the fucking satisfaction of saying your fucking name. I just like putting you in timeout because you're still here, bro. You're still here, but you're typing. But I put your ass in the corner for 5 fucking minutes like a fucking child because you want to come to other people's channel and act like a child. And then when you come back, you're going to act like a child again, and I'm going to put you in timeout again like a fucking child. And I love it, because I think that's even worse. If I ban you, you just go to some other channel and start bothering somebody else. But I just put you in timeout like a little bitch. And then you'll come back for a few minutes, and I'll put you back over there like a little bitch. Stop. What's the purpose, man? Stop acting like a fucking child. All right, so oh man, some fucking jackass here. Some fucking jackass just don't get it. And if people tell me I need to get a moderator, some people tell me I need to get a moderator. But man, if I get a moderator, I'm very tolerant. I believe in freedom of speech, right? And I think if I turn the ropes over to any moderator, they're gonna like over moderate. They're gonna over put the wabash on people. And I really like people to say what the fuck they want to say. I don't give a shit if anybody agrees with me or not. I personally like dissenting opinions because it invokes thought. But, unfortunately YouTube, there's a lot of children on here. A lot of kids on here playing, and anyhow. That's right, man. Toilet paper over here is used as like napkins. You'll go to a lot of restaurants here, anywhere in Southeast Asia, Philippines, and you'll see a roll of toilet paper sitting on the table. Well, that's good because that's a napkin. Most places you go, there ain't no napkins in the Philippines. That's just the way it is. There ain't no fucking napkins here unless you go to like an established restaurant chain. You go to a small shop, and most of the time there's no napkins. And if there are, you might see a roll of toilet paper sitting on the table. That's the napkins. People coming over here for the first time from the West, to anywhere, and they see a roll of toilet paper on the dining table, they're wow, you're subliminally, psychologically associating that with taking a shit. But over here, they use it as napkins. Be lucky it's there. A lot of places don't have napkins. Guess what? You use your damn t-shirt. Yeah, I'm not into moderators, man, because when you come here, you're getting inside what I think in my mind, and if I turn that over to somebody else, then you're getting somebody else. I want authenticity. I'm gonna keep that. That's right. If you get dirt on your arm, do you smear it with toilet paper or do you wash it with soap and water? I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna change a lot of people's minds when I do this video. We'll call it the sprayer versus toilet paper. The biggest challenge about moving to the Philippines, about living here. Well, folks, home for me is actually Thailand. All right, Thailand is home for me. I moved to Thailand. I was married to a Thai girl. I got divorced from the Thai girl, and then I started coming over here to the Philippines. And I'm going to say that the big challenge living in the Philippines is that you have to have patience. You have to have patience when it comes to time and when it comes to a lot of things. If you're one of those type A personality dudes that doesn't have time or you want an immediate answer, here you have to have patience. Be patient with folks here. A lot of folks here, even though everybody thinks people in the Philippines speak English, that's not true. That is a misperception that people in the Philippines speak English. Yes, they speak English, but the proficiency level varies. For example, in my wife's village, most of the people in my wife's village, they understand English a little bit. They don't speak it. If they know a few words, they're too shy to speak it. So people think, oh, I'm going to move to the Philippines versus Thailand or Cambodia because everybody there speaks English. Well, they do and they don't. You know, in the cities, well, yes, more so. You get out in the province, in the backwoods, not so much. Not so much. So when, you know, if you try to call somebody on the phone, very difficult to communicate. You know, and that's in any language. If you're trying to talk on the phone versus in person, you know, the phone is more difficult because you're not there watching their body language, their actions, watching, you know, reading their lips. So if you think you're going to come here and everybody speaks perfect English, that's not true. There is a language barrier. And patience, you have to exercise patience on a daily basis. If you think you're going to run into a business and run in and out in 30 seconds and get what you need to be accomplished, it's not going to happen. You have to slow down. You have to slow down, and you have to realize in the back of your mind that that language barrier is there, even though everything's written in English. Everybody is supposed to speak English, but the majority of the time, they're speaking Tagalog or they're speaking Bisaya. Here comes the foreign guy. Now they got to switch over to English. And if Tagalog or Bisaya is your primary language and you have to switch over to English, it's going to be a slower back and forth communication. So a challenge of living in the Philippines is you have to slow down a little bit and be patient, and you're going to be fine. But if you think you're going to go to I'm going to go to this business, and this business, and handle this in 30 minutes, ain't going to happen. You better slow your roll, slow your appointments, be a little bit more patient. And outside the West, in any country, really, time slows down. But I think what people get frustrated when they come to the Philippines is that their perception is that everybody speaks 100% proficient English. And when you go speak to somebody and there's a communication barrier, a lot of folks get, they kind of get frustrated because they think that everything is communicated clearly. But in the back of your mind, you have to say, wait a minute, there is sort of a language barrier. Folks, there's a language barrier with my girls. Okay? Helen of Troy, I would say her proficiency in English is 40%. Fatima, I would say 50%. A lot of times if I tell Helen something, Fatima has to translate. And, you know, it's easy to say, don't you guys speak English? No, they don't. So one of the biggest hurdles, you know, and this would apply to the Philippines or to the Middle East or to Afghanistan or to even Thailand, is you have to slow down and realize that outside the West, time is not as solid as it is in America. You know, and I try to explain, you know, to my ladies, look, if you're dealing with an American, be on time, be early, because time is very important to us. Here, you know, they joke and say, oh, it's Filipino time. That's their joke. Not my joke, that's theirs. If they're late, whatever, oh, we're on Filipino time. So a big adjustment if you just go from the West to the Philippines, patience. And it's like my man Ted said on a previous video. He said, have patience and have a smile on your face, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, but realize you're not in the West. You're not in the West, and time is not as rigid here as it is in the West, but it's the same in the Middle East. Time is a suggestion in the Middle East. Okay, so patience. Just exercise a little patience. Slow down, and you'll be fine. But if you come straight from the West to here, it's a challenge to change your way of thinking and realize that you're not in Kansas anymore. Okay, if somebody's late for a meeting, don't get upset. Just a little patience. Okay, all right, so I went on a tangent right there, but a lot of people, they ask that same type of question, and you see a lot of people here struggling with issues like that. So that's why I want to kind of throw it out there, right? And I have to be patient with my ladies, folks. I got to be patient with my ladies, because you know what they'll do? A lot of times I'll say something, they act like they understand, they got no clue what I said. They got no clue. And then something breaks, something doesn't go what I thought we were going to do. And I'm like, what the hell happened? Then whoa, wait a minute, they didn't understand what you said. You have to go back and realize it's my fault for not simplifying the message and realizing, you know what? They speak 3 languages. Okay? They speak Bisaya. I think Helen speaks Waray, Tagalog, English. They speak 4 languages. Okay, that's impressive. So it's actually very impressive that, how many people do you know in the West that speaks 4 languages? Not many. Ain't many people in America that speaks more than 1 language. If they speak more than 1, they speak 2. English and Spanish. But my ladies speak 4 languages. So you got to really respect the fact that they speak 4 languages, and then exercise patience when they don't 100% understand what you're telling them in English. It's not their fault. They speak 4 languages. How many you speak? You speak 1. You speak English, right? You're from the U.S. All right, so let's see. Back down to the comments. All right, folks, I know I said a few minutes ago I was going to end this live stream, but I'm sitting here drinking this beer, chilling. All right, so we got some nonsense going on here. Let me switch. Benny the Mac is reporting. Folks, this is breaking news. Stop the press. Benny the Mac is reporting that he's uploading his video again. But this is the video that got him banned from live streaming, which is a travesty, because I think everybody loved watching him check them crab pots live. I know I certainly did. That's fucking interesting as fuck, trying to see how many crabs he's got in the crab pots, right? It's like a one-man version of The Deadliest Catch. So I'm fucking pissed off that YouTube banned him from the live stream. But Benny, if you upload that same video, man, they might give you another strike. They may take down the channel, man. And me and all my soldiers here, and all your soldiers, we'll be outside, free Big Money Benny. We'll be there. But man, if you upload that video, dude, they might take you out, man. YouTube might take you down. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm just saying you gotta understand the parameters. I don't know how YouTube does them community strikes, but like you get strike 1, they'll take away a privilege. Strike 2, they'll take away a privilege, and you get so many they ban your channel. I would hate for that to happen, man. All right, dude. You know what? I will keep it going. I got 20%. I got 20% on my battery life on this iPhone, and we're still rocking. All right, Jedi, cool story. Somebody tell me how many people we got here now, because I know it's late in America, so everybody on the East Coast had to go to bed. Yeah, if I get a charger, man, then I can't use this lapel mic, and then the audio goes down. I guess I could try it. Oh shit, we got 155 people here? Wow, folks, thanks for joining me. That is, wow. I figured most everybody had went to bed, but thank you very much for joining us. Wow. Okay, Crystal Beach and San Narciso, 30 minutes from Subic Bay. Now, you know, I did some videos up in Pundakit, so I'm thinking that yours, San Narciso, is north. It should be north of Pundakit and San Antonio. Shit. All right. Yeah, it's only 9:30 in Portland. Okay, cool. So I got some folks out on the West Coast. No, this beer's still cold, man. I'm still good. I'm almost done with it. Yeah, I'll have to check that out, man. I chilled out in Pundakit. You know, got some videos on Pundakit. Love that little place. And what I did not get to do, because when we were there in Pundakit, the weather was bad. So we were going to go camping over on, and I might say it wrong, Anawangan, I can't remember, Anawangan, whatever it was. There's a, you got to get the pump boat drivers. They got the tents and everything. Take you over camping over on this little secluded beach. You can go over there camp for a couple days, and it's from what I heard, it's pretty cool. But the only reason I didn't go, the weather was so bad, then the way we couldn't get over there on the boat. But I would like to take the ladies and you know, take little Forrest G over there, do some camping. I think it's called Anawangan, something like that. But you go to Pundakit Beach and get the pump boat to take you over there, and them guys got the tents. Greg, you're still talking about San Narciso is a great beach? All right, Canada checking in the house. Shit, man, I can't drink that Red Horse beer no more, my friend. That shit makes you crazy. And if you've never come over here before, if you come to the Philippines for your first time, do not drink Red Horse beer. I've said it many times. Every fight / altercation I've ever witnessed in this country, the common denominator is they were drinking Red Horse. Whether I'm in the village or I'm around a bunch of you know, tourists, foreigners, people not from the Philippines, if there's any fight that breaks out, they were drinking Red Horse. There is an ingredient in Red Horse that makes you fucking crazy. So if you've never been in the Philippines, do not come over here and get drunk on Red Horse. You're looking for trouble. You can sit there all night and drink San Mig Light or SMB, San Mig, no problems. You let somebody give you a big bottle of Red Horse, next thing you know, you're in a fucking jailhouse over there. So just be careful. I can't drink it. Okay, so they got tents and cabins. Man, they just went up too fast. Tell me where it's at again. Who's got the tents and the cabins over there? Adventure Cove is pretty cool near Subic. Hey, and let me give you a shout out at Stella Artois referred. Why is Stella Artois in the UK referred to as a wife beater? Because that's a smooth beer for me. I love Stella Artois, man. That's my go-to. I just chill. Crystal Beach. Crystal Beach. All right, let me give a shout out right quick. And I'm not sure if you're watching, my friend, but I did meet a gentleman in After Dark the other night, and I was fucked up. So if I get this messed up, but I believe you're from the UK, and he has a new bar that's opening over not too far from the Blue Rock in Subic. I think he said he's not open yet, but I want to give a shout out to you, and I'm not even going to say the name. I can't remember, man. I was so fucked up that night. but I know about where you said you were, and so when I come over there and chill at the Blue Rock for a night or two, we will find your spot. And I think maybe LA knows the information, so I'll ask LA about where your place was. But I do want to come over there and hang out. I think you said you're gonna have a live band. But I was so whacked out of my mind the other night because we were drinking white Zambuca in honor of Big Money Benny. Big Money Benny, I told him about your weakness, man, about the white Zambuca and La Bamba. And the next thing you know, LA orders a round of Zambuca, whatever it was. It tastes like licorice. I didn't even know I was drinking liquor. I thought it was like a candy. And next thing you know, we're all hammered. So if you're the bar owner over on Subic that's opening that new place, make sure LA has your information. And we're going to come over there and hang out and do a video, man. But I think you told me that you're not going to be open for a while. So, Benny the Mac, are you really uploading that shit? Man, listen, I'll never tell anybody what to do, right? Roll the fucking dice. Life is short. But I'm pretty sure if you upload that shit again, your ass might get another community strike. You might be out of here. Let's see. Monday night after dark again. Hey, Roberto, is that you on Maricel's account, man? I know you said your phone got messed up. I'm just now realizing maybe that's you. Is that? I think that's you, Roberto, on your old lady's account, man. Is that good or not? I remember now. It's coming back to me. Your phone. Oh, it's LA. All right, cool. All right, cool, man. So what day are you gonna be there? You gonna be there Monday? You're working Monday? Okay, cool. All right, so we'll put it down for Monday. What's up with that, man? Both you and Roberto are on your wife's account. What's going on with that? Both of you got banned or some shit? All right, Monday and Tuesday. All right, folks. So I'll do a video and I'll put it out there when we're going down there. But hey, man. But LA, there's a chance I got to go down to Manila, man, Monday or Tuesday. If I end up going to Manila, I ain't gonna be there. But if I don't go to Manila, then I'll come check you out. Man, I would live stream, man, but there's no signal inside there. You guys got internet at the bar? You got Wi-Fi at the bar? Then I can live stream. Okay, do I want to be in a gang? Hell no. I ain't in no fucking club. I ain't in no gang. You know why? Because if you join a fucking motorcycle gang like the Hells Angels, there's fucking rules. Okay? Do you see the fucking irony and the oxymoron in that shit? Motorcycle gangs are supposed to be free, right? Boom! Aaron P. Off the top ropes with the blue-headed North. 148 rolling strong. No, that's why I don't want to join your motorcycle gang. You think of a guy, Hells Angels, right? You think freedom, right? Freedom, this and that. But then how do you get into the Hells Angels? You got to prospect for a fucking year, go through all these rules and suck dick for a fucking year. I ain't sucking nobody's dick. I don't fucking follow nobody's rules, but this motherfucker right here. So no, I don't want to be in your fucking gang. I got to wear your little fucking... No. Motorcycle gangs you think are free? There's more fucking rules to being in a goddamn gang than anywhere else. A fucking rule book like this. You gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta wear this, you can't wear this, you can't... fuck you, motherfucker. I'm in my own goddamn gang. I don't have no fucking rules. There are no rules. You know? I mean, I got a small clique I call the Dog Pound, but there ain't no fucking rules in the Dog Pound. So no, I'm not in no gang, no club, no group. I'm a current resident of the planet of planet Earth, and I'm a fucking citizen of nowhere. I don't belong to no motherfucking club, no motherfucking gang. And that might not be the answer you were looking for, but, you know, fuck your gangs. If I want to ride a motherfucking Harley up and down this strip, I'll ride a Harley. If I want to ride a fucking Suzuki up and down this fucking strip, I'll ride a fucking Suzuki. If I want to wear leather, I'm going to wear leather. If I want to fucking wear a fucking patch that says fuck off, I'm going to wear it. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. So no, that's a good question. A lot of people ask me that. I've been invited into certain gangs, not like criminal gangs, but certain clubs or whatever. No, man. I respect your right to do and fucking hang out with anybody you want to hang out with. I respect your club that you want to be in that club. I'm a goddamn king. I ain't in nobody's motherfucking club. I got my own goddamn kingdom. Ain't no motherfucking rules right here. I mean, that's just the way it is. I ain't wearing your fucking colors. I ain't sucking your dick for a year, and I'm not prospecting. I'm flattered that people offer for me to join their club, but when any club, guess what? They got rules. They got fucking rules. Too many rules. Why the fuck would I want to go from being free and join a club, then I gotta dress like you tell me to dress? Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to dress, folks. Right now I'm rocking a fucking Speedo. Tonight I'm gonna be rocking Carhartt. And if I fucking want to, I'll fucking dress up in a goddamn Spider-Man uniform and fucking walk up and down this street. That's the way it is. Aaron P off the top rope. She's on Facebook again. Goddamn. Who's on Facebook, man? I don't play Facebook. Fuck Facebook. I don't like Facebook. I don't like Zuckerberg. What do we want to teach our fucking kids? Take somebody's idea, steal it, and go out and make money and tell them to fuck off? I don't want to teach my kids that's the way to success. Success. You go steal somebody's shit and run with it. That's how you fucking become successful? You know, fuck you, Zuckerberg. Fuck Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. That's just the fucking way it is. Big Money Benny, did you get that fucking video uploaded? They ban your ass yet? Hold on, let me put it. Fatima. Fatima. Baby, bring me that Indiana gear bag and bring me a iPhone charger. My battery's about to go dead. Folks, old ladies in there trying to sleep, trying to take a nap. When you date a Thai girl, number one, they want to eat. Different priorities. Okay, a Thai girl is going to go eat, then she'll go take a nap. A Filipina is going to sleep, and then she's going to eat later. Thank you very much, beautiful. My goodness, hey, can I get a Jack Daniels on ice with some water?
No ice.
Okay, well let me just get a Jack Daniels with water and some lime.
No lemon.
God damn, well let me just get a Jack Daniels and water.
No water.
If we don't got no water, just bring the fucking bottle. There's no ice? Damn. So, alright, just bring me cold water with a little Jack Daniels. And if not, you're going to have to run down to 7-Eleven. Alright, folks, so it's a travesty here. I'm out of beer. I used all the ice. I got no Coke to mix my my Jack and Coke. Fatima, baby, this is the get the other charger, the iPhone. This is for the iPad. This is the wrong charger. Get the other one. Yeah, so folks, I got a serious problem. I'm out of beer. There's no Coke to mix Jack Daniels. I'm out of ice. How did I let this happen? I have no idea how I let this happen. Okay, so I see a comment from Michael Vargas that says there's over 6 million Filipinos in the U.S. I don't know the numbers. Okay, folks, hold on. I'm gonna swap off the mics here. Get some power going. I don't know if that number is true or not. I mean, maybe you're quoting an accurate number, but back in the day when I was doing the research on, translation of websites and stuff, I was surprised to learn that the fourth most spoken language in the U.S. is Tagalog. I think it goes the progression of English, Spanish, Chinese, then Tagalog. So Tagalog is number 4 on languages spoken in America. See, folks, that's the problem with iPhone. Like I had this this lapel mic plugged in, which it works pretty good. But with the new iPhones, they don't have a dedicated, port. So you have to make a choice. You either plug this in or plug the power in. That's kind of a pain in the ass, because if you want to do a long live stream or you're talking on the phone or what have you, back in the day, the old phones, you plug the power in, you can plug the headset in, you just talk all you want. Now it's like, okay, you plug the microphone in, you talk for a damn hour, and then you got to go get a battery, whatever it is, Oh yeah, a little Jack Daniels with a little cold water. Now, folks, I said before I was going to end this live stream, but I think right now that everybody wants to see, did Big Money Benny upload the video that got him banned from live streaming? Okay. So I'm gonna have to switch over to my app, because I can't read your comments right now. So nobody send me no money right now. I can't thank you right now, because I'm over on the app and I can't read it. I got to go to Big Money Benny's channel. Now, folks, if you are not subscribed to Benny the Max channel, he's up to 619 subscribers. And I do not see that scandalous video. So either YouTube has banned his ass from that, or banned that video, or he's still in the upload phase. Okay. But if you're not subscribed to Benny the Max channel, folks, these channels here on YouTube, you know why they exist, right? I mean, this is about any bit. It's about the relationship, right? It's about the person and the personality. There's a million damn videos around there. There's a million damn videos around about, traveling to whatever country. What made Anthony Bourdain fucker? And I enjoy watching his videos and hanging out with his dog. And you can say, oh, it's because he sends you a lot of super chat money. Folks, he supports a lot of other channels too. But, Benny's a cool motherfucker. So if you want some good content, subscribe to his channel, Benny the Mac. Somebody put the link down there. It takes me too long to do that shit. Subscribe to his channel, and what's funny about Benny, I'm gonna bust you out, Benny. Benny will live stream some fucking carnage. Kind of like my couple of live streams that I did. Just get fucked up drunk and live stream carnage. And then when he wakes up the next day, he pulls the videos, he deletes them. He's like, holy shit. But he keeps doing it. Like, I've done a couple of fucking train wrecks. And next day I'm like, you know what, I hate censoring shit, this is real life, but I'm just gonna pull that down. I don't want younger dudes taking that type of advice. But Big Money Benny keeps doing it consistently. You will see a fucking train wreck live stream that night, but you better watch it live, because when he wakes up and sobers up and sees that shit, he's gonna pull it. So that's the thing about Benny's channel. You can't go to Benny's channel and see all the quality shit because he's already pulled it off, or YouTube. Well, yesterday YouTube pulled one. But if you want to laugh your fucking ass off and see some funny shit, go to Benny the Max channel, BENNY space THAMAC. That's the screen name. Somebody put the link there. It's got 621 subs now, and it looks like the last video is his Cyclone video. All right, I'm gonna come back over so I can see the comments. All right. All right, so goddamn, so many comments coming by in the live chat, folks. Cool. All right, so M Psychus, subscribe. Cool. Yeah, see, he's got some cool content, but if you want some good, clean fun, him doing the live streams, checking those crab traps, streams, I'm out. Well, yeah, you know what, man? I think it's time for a timeout for one of these gentlemen. Just to let you know. Alright, timeout for you, my friend. How does it feel? You're still here. You want to spew some hatred. I didn't ban you. So you're not going to go away. You're just going to sit here and endure the punishment. Because you know I'm going to let you come back. You're still in the corner like a bitch. Yeah, that gentleman needs some chicken and spaghetti over Jollibee, I think. Might help him out. Yeah, because look, folks, like I said before, if you just ban somebody, they know they're banned, they'll go away, they'll go bother somebody else. Well, that's like quickly. They're like, oh, fuck it, I'll go over here. But when you put a dude in timeout, it really pisses them off. Fuck it, I'll go over here. But when you put a dude in timeout, it really pisses them off. Because you're still here, but none of your shit's gonna show up, dog. And you're like, fuck, I'm already here, I'm already engaged with these people. So he's sitting there in the fucking corner just already engaged with these people. So he's sitting there in the fucking corner just stewing over, just steaming, pissed off. So I mean, it's easy to ban a dude, just get rid of him, but he goes somewhere else, you don't piss him off. You put that joker in timeout and steal 4 minutes of his glory, 5 minutes of his time out, and steal 4 minutes of his glory, 5 minutes of his time. I love that feature. So that gentleman, you're over in timeout like a little bitch. Like a little bitch. Like a child that, you know, your comments are not like a little bitch. Like a child that, you know, your comments are not constructive. They're not constructive. Nobody's learning from your shit. You're just over here annoying people, man. Who taught you how to act like that? Say what you want to say, but the way you're saying it, you just be... Say what you want to say, but the way you're saying it, you're just being... Very controversial. Say that we started talking about abortion. Are you for or are you against it? And we're all sitting at the dinner table. There is obviously going to be different opinions, right? People are going to be over here. People are going to be over here. There's going to be people in the middle. When you pick a topic like that, you're going to have varying opinions. Some people feel very strongly about their opinion, especially if you took the topic abortion. We're all having dinner. I don't know how many people are in here right now. 155 people, I think, the last. Okay, if there are 155 people in this chat, and we're all sitting at this table, and then we're passing a microphone around. I want you to say what you think about the topic. If some guy says, oh, I think it should be legal, and some guy says, if some guy says, oh, I think it should be legal, and some guy says it should be illegal, I want the person with a microphone to say what the hell they think about the fucking topic, man. But if I hand you the microphone and you start talking about me because you don't like my fucking hair, and you're talking about, oh, you know, you're fucking short, you're ugly, blah blah, you're fucking stupid, bro, you're not talking about the topic. You're not actively engaged in the debate. You're being a fucking asshole. That's the no asshole policy. Freedom of speech. Say what you want to say. But if you waste my motherfucking time talking about you don't like the color of my shirt and we're trying to debate a political topic or a very sensitive topic, you're wasting my fucking time. And therefore, you violate the no asshole rule. And if you're at my dinner table wasting my fucking time, I'm gonna throw you the fuck out. I give you the platform of free speech. I give you the platform to speak your mind. But when you go on these personal attacks, acting like an asshole, wasting my fucking time, I'm not here to debate the color of my fucking shirt or the fact that my hair ain't combed. We're debating this particular topic. Say what you want to say. But you violate the no asshole policy, I put you in timeout like a little bitch. Aaron P, man. Yeah, man. Hey, thanks for joining me, man. Thanks for all the support. I was gonna end this live stream until my old lady brought the battery pack. And this might be like, I think what I'm gonna do now is test it. I test all my cameras, like I tested this iPhone to see how long it will shoot 4K, 60 frames. But I've never tested to see how long I can do a live stream without it going down or the iPhone taking a shit or whatever. So maybe I'll just let this roll, and I don't think really anybody's worried about what I'm saying. The comment section is going down like a chat room back in the 90s, back in the day when you had to get in these forums and chat people. Now, all right, so we're talking about violence. I'm not into violence anymore, my friends. I don't promote it. I'm not looking for it. I don't subscribe to it. But don't think I'm a pacifist. So I don't want to challenge anybody. You know, I did that little silver duck video because that was very specific. And I just want, you know, I don't look for any problems with anybody. But I just want to send a message. You know, you're not going to come over here in the digital world and you know, basically due to baseless threats, you're not going to cause me to change anything that I do. You know, you're not going to cause me to move. You're not going to cause me to stop live streaming. You don't influence my life in any way. Nobody influences me from the digital world. You know, especially these psychos, or what do you want to refer to them? These disturbed individuals sending threats from their keyboards. They're not going to influence me out of the way. That was the purpose of that video, by the way. I think it was called, what I call it? I call it waiting on an ass kicking and dreaming about a Cadillac, something like that. If you didn't watch the video, I mean, basically some dude said he was coming to my place at a certain time. A very detailed description that he was coming there to do violence. And so I decided to live stream and wait on him. Yeah, hey, LA, what? I can't remember the name, man. We were debating the name, and I was so messed up, man. Yeah, Bernard K. I'm coming to you live from the Philippines, my friend. Straight from my balcony right here, Angeles City, in the Philippines. I am live, Bernard K. where you at in the world, my friend? Thanks for joining me. We were talking about retirement, and now we're just talking about nonsense. So the beginning of the video was on topic. Now I'm getting drunk and talking. Yeah, so yeah, LA, I'll roll over there, man. But I think the dude said he's not opening up for a while. Whenever he opens it up, we'll roll over there and chill with that guy. How many folks we still got on the live stream, my friends? I'm starting to get a little drunk. I don't think I'm gonna get so drunk that I'm gonna break out the guitar, but I am still drinking, so you never know. The green screen backdrop in Seattle. No, I'm not in Seattle. LA, man, we were so fucked up, man. And look, I hate to air out some dirty laundry, but hey, dude. Now look, we were so fucked up that my man Roberto puked on his own shoes, and all I remember, man, we got him into a tricycle. Got him into a tricycle. At some point, I ended up at Margarita Station, and I think I was sleeping at the bar with my head down. I did make it home with some Margarita Station food, but the night was blurred, man. Once we started hitting them shots, that was it. You know, I can't handle the shots. Byron, shit, I gotta work on the Elvis song, man. That's not one of my repertoire, but I do need to work on some Elvis, man, because I love Elvis. I'm from the same town where he was born. I was born within a few miles from where Elvis was born. Vince Walker, you talking about my prize boat called the One Muff Diver. All right, we got sunny Melbourne, Australia checking in. Horizontal decline. What's going on, my friend? Man, I used to keep this old boat down in Miami. It's actually North Miami Beach, that area. It's a place called Haulover Park. Haulover. Well, Haulover, my friends, believe it or not, and I did not believe this when I first went down there, but I didn't know this existed in the continental United States, but it does. Haulover Park has a marina, and I kept my boat there. The One Muff Diver, kept it up on a rack, which that's the only way to have your boat. Because when you want to take your boat out, I would just call and say, yeah, this King Marcos, have my boat in the water. I'll be there in 30 minutes. So they take it off the rack in a forklift, put it in the water, wash it down, crank the engine, put ice in the coolers. All you do is just roll in there with a cooler of food, whatever, you know. So I spent a lot of time on the One Muff Diver. But Haulover Park is separated with the north side of the beach and the south side of the beach. I'm a little fucked up right now, and it's been 20 years ago, but the north side of the beach was a nude beach. And most people do not believe that in the United States, at a county park, it is a county park, there is a nude beach. But there is, or there was. And in the south, there's a buffer zone. Then the southern part of the beach is a family beach. Well, this was the problem. When you parked at Haulover in this parking lot, if you didn't know where you were or the fact that there was a new beach, you could get walking towards the beach, and the only warning was this sign about this big. And it was about that high. It was a small sign back in the day. All it said was, attention, from this point forward, clothing is optional. It was in small letters, so you wouldn't even pay attention to the sign. And then when you come up on the beach, it's a fucking nude beach. There was nothing but tits, ass, and fucking schlongs hanging. for far as the fucking eye could see. So the first time that I went to the nude beach, High-Level Park, North Miami Beach, whatever the exact area is, I went with a buddy of mine. Well, I went with two buddies. And this is the way the day broke down. This is actually a pretty good story. A buddy of ours, this guy was like 21, younger dude, he was from New York. He told me and this other guy from Missouri that there was a nude beach down in Miami. Now, we were up in Fort Lauderdale, and we didn't believe him. We said, dude, you're full of shit. How can there be a county park in America that has clothing optional? That's some shit you see down in fucking Jamaica, right? You know? So he said, no, man, I swear to God. And we didn't believe the kid, man. And he was I can't remember if he was from the DR or Puerto Rico. I think the DR. But he's like, I swear, just come on, we're gonna go. But we gotta go to the swap meet first. We're like, why? So we go over to this fucking flea market, right? And this kid, now look, I'm like, fuck, I can't remember, like late 20s, maybe I'm 30. And he was 21, he was younger than us. So we go to this fucking flea market in Fort Lauderdale. And he says, all right, come on. So we go over there, next thing we know, we're looking through these fucking Speedos. Now, I ain't never worn no fucking Speedo before. You know, a goddamn banana hammock. You know, back in the day, I was a little more conservative. I was still crazy, but I'm like, you know, I didn't fucking wear goddamn banana hammocks or fucking Speedos. So we got digging through this fucking thing, right? And the only fucking Speedo, I'm like, why do we need a fucking Speedo? He's like, look, dude, it's a nude beach. He said, if we don't go out there naked, they're gonna look at us like we're trying to fucking, just gawk or whatever. He said, but if we go out there in Speedos, they know we're kind of like first timers. So, anyhow, so we dig through this fucking thing. Well, the only goddamn Speedos they had were like size small. So me and my buddy put these motherfuckers on, and they were true fucking, like goddamn teabag banana hammocks. It was like some shit off of the fucking Blue Oyster Bar, right? But he said, hey man, you gotta have them. You can't go out there in your bathing suit when everybody is naked. They're gonna look at you, you're just fucking inappropriate. So we buy these fucking Speedos, man, and mine was OD green. So we roll down to Miami, and we fucking like changed in the parking lot by the car. And we're just laughing our ass off, because there's 3 motherfuckers in the parking lot wearing fucking Speedos in America, and we still think this guy's fucking with us. So we go to fucking walking, right? And we walk, and we see this little fucking sign like this that says, something about clothing optional. That's the only fucking warning you had back then. And we come up over, and you go through like this little tunnel walkway. You go through this tunnel, you come over the top, you come up out onto that fucking beach. My friends, there was nothing but tits and ass and fucking schlong fucking dangling. It was a no shit, and maybe still is, a no shit naked beach, High-Level Park in Miami, Florida, in the US. And there was nothing but fake tits and fucking implants and all kind of shit. And the majority of the people on this beach were older. I'm talking 50s, 60s, rich fucking people with these big, huge fake boobies. I mean, folks, there were some dudes on that fucking nude beach packing some schlong that wasn't real. I mean, that shit was way too long to be real. There was some fucking plastic surgery. It was like a showcase of what plastic surgery can do to the human body. And so here we fucking roll out, the 3 of us in these goddamn OD green, extra small motherfucking Speedos, right? Rolling out there, like 3 fucking hard dicks. Everybody's like looking at us, right? But everybody was cool about it, because they knew we were newbies. We were trying to blend in, but we weren't there yet. And so we fucking lay out a towel on the goddamn beach, and here we are, these fucking extra small fucking speedos, just looking around like, what the fuck? I'm from the backwoods of Mississippi. I had no idea this shit fucking existed in the United States of America, but it did, and maybe still does. So, yeah, DJ Raiders, man, I'm live, man. Talking about nonsense. Talking about a new beach in Miami. We were talking about retirement like 2 hours ago. Now I'm talking about a new beach. So we fucking laid back, right? Trying to look cool, but everybody else is naked. We're fucking wearing these Speedos, you know, looking around, trying to be nonchalant, trying not to stare. Well, the beach is open, right? So here come these fucking Cuban chicks from down at the regular part of the beach, and they're walking up through the naked part of the beach. Now they've got their clothes on. They're not even in bathing suits. And they come up and they're looking beautiful, but they're kind of like looking, you know, staring, trying to see what's going on. And they see the fucking three amigos over there in the fucking OD green Speedos. So I said, fuck it, we're already out of place. I'm gonna holler at these bitches. So I holler at this crew of bitches. Next thing you know, they're over there. You know, hey, what are you doing? Why you guys ain't naked? Blah, blah. I'm like, well, why aren't you naked? You're fucking rolling through here gawking, not us. I'm the one here in a fucking Speedo. You're not even in a bathing suit. And folks, next thing you know, one of them, those chicks is fucking rubbing me down with suntan lotion, front and back. I was like, God damn, I love the fucking new beach. This place is cool. Well, while this chick is rubbing me down with this fucking suntan lotion, this dude comes over and he's packing a fucking piece of meat about that fucking long. I mean, he's fucking swinging it. It's not real. There's some type of implants or something going on with this dude. And he comes over and wants to have a fucking conversation. Like, hey man, where you guys from? And you got this goddamn fucking elephant snout fucking swinging in the wind. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to get a fucking rub down with this fucking Cuban chick. I'm trying to get some suntan lotion. And you're like blocking my fucking sun with this goddamn fucking tree trunk swinging. I'm not really cool with that. I mean, now I don't give a fuck. But back in the day, I was like, what would possess you to come over here and strike up a conversation about where we're from or the fucking weather? Three dudes, you're fucking naked. I got some chick rubbing me down, and you're gonna come over here and fucking, you know, make us look bad. Get the fuck out of here, man. The dude wouldn't leave. He just wanted to carry on the conversation. So the whole fucking first experience about me going to this fucking Haulover Park, the naked beach in Miami, I'll never forget that fucking experience. And we were the youngest guys on the beach. I mean, we were less than 30. We were the youngest dudes there by far. There was one chick that was maybe 35. The average age was probably 50 and up. Nothing but rich plastic surgery on display. So it was quite an experience. And I ended up keeping my boat there at Haulover Park, Haulover Marina. You know, where I was close to the new beach when I fired up the One Muff Diver, and I would occasionally go out and get me some travelers to roll out on the One Muff Diver from the naked side of the beach, you know. I'd be like, hey, y'all want to fucking, I'm going fishing for a few hours, gonna catch some goddamn dolphins, some mahi-mahi, we'll grill it up on the back of the One Muff Diver, you're welcome. Next thing you know, I got some new bitches on the back of the fucking One Muff Diver. Hey, you know what? Like I said, I'm a dumbass redneck from the backwoods of Mississippi, right? And here I am, 30 miles off the coast of Miami in the One Muff Diver, two naked bitches on my boat catching fucking mahi-mahi, you know, fucking on the little portable, grilling it up on the portable grill on the back of the One Muff Diver. Life was good for the king back then, folks. And I'll post some pictures of the One Muff Diver. That was a badass boat. I miss her. Yeah. Now, folks, we were talking about retirement. you're just joining this live stream, the gist of the whole fucking video was if you don't like your job, retire early. If you love going to work, wait till your full retirement and just enjoy the benefits and the extra money. But I am coming to you live from Angeles City, here in the Philippines, live from my balcony, from my condo balcony. I was up at the pool earlier. That's why I'm wearing my little bathing suit, because the fucking water in that pool is freezing cold. But there was a gentleman up there enjoying the serenity, and I did not want to disturb his serenity by my live stream and by my constant talking to this camera. That's why I'm down here on the balcony. All right, J-Dog up in the house. Yo, yo, yo. American AWOL from Corinth, Mississippi, man. You from my neck of the woods, man. You from my neck of the woods. You just a little bit north of Old 45. I'm from Baldwin. Not really. I'm from a red dirt road near Baldwin, Mississippi. That's where I come from. So, man, you right up there in my neck of the woods. Yeah, man. The flag on the One Muff Diver, and the J-Dog flies one today over his bed. It had the skull and crossbones, the Jolly Roger, but that flag says surrender the booty. And when the captain of the One Muff Diver raised that flag, all bitches had to go down below and drop them panties, and it's time. I love that flag. You can get that shit on Amazon. It's a Jolly Roger with surrender the booty. J-Dog can tell you where to get it. He's got a big ass one over his bed right now, but that's what the One Muff Diver flew under. Was that Jolly Roger that says surrender the booty. Goddamn, some good times back then, my friends. DJ Raiders. Yeah, that Sony RX100 pissed me off. I fired that motherfucker. It's perfect for like 2 minutes at a time. But who the fuck can shoot a video where a camera will work for like 2, 3, 5 minutes? Fuck that. That Sony RX100, man, let me down. Big mistake. Great quality, but how can you run anything when you get great quality for less than 5 minutes, then it overheats, then shuts down? Why press out a product like that? My iPhone will record in 4K 60 frames for 2.5 hours. That little DJI Osmo Pocket that I just debuted, that sumbitch will record for 2 hours. Why in the hell can a $1,000 camera not record 4K more than 5 minutes? You shouldn't have pushed that product out, period. All right, so folks, I keep saying I'm going to end this live stream, but we start talking about different stuff. We start talking about retirement. We start talking about the nude beach in Miami. And if anybody's down in Miami, man, let me know. Confirm or deny if the nude beach is still there, still in existence. Yeah, man, the RX100 it's a rich guy's toy. If you're rich and you just want to throw a camera in your console, and if you need to take 1 or 2 pictures, high quality, it's perfect for that. You're trying to work off of it? No, you can't do it. Man, that little Osmo Pocket is on time. So a lot of my on-the-go footage is going to be shot 4K 60 frames, stabilized on that little gem. I got to get an external mic for it because the microphone sucks. As you know, most small cameras, the microphone sucks. But I'm looking at a couple cameras. I'm looking at the Panasonic GH5 or the GH5S. If I go with the GH5S, I'm going to go with that Ronin gimbal by DJI. It's time to step it up to get to the 4K level. I know most people on YouTube, they still just shoot 1080. And my old camcorder does a great job, but it only shoots 1080 60 frames. You gotta stay up with the times. You don't want to get too far behind the times. You don't have to be at the cutting edge, but a lot of people have hit me up. They said, hey man, I do have a 4K TV. I appreciate when you shoot in 4K. And you know what? If I spent money on a 4K TV, I want to be able to use that motherfucker, right? So I want dudes to shoot in 4K. Let's, you know, if I'm going to spend the money on a 4K TV and you're still shooting 720, you know, like, come on, man. So I'm going to step it up. All my footage will be in 4K, you know, once I step it up. But right now, I'm still, my go-to camera is the old Sony camcorder. Great audio. What a great camera, but it's not a 4K camera. That's the downside to it. No, I don't have a drone, man. I don't have a drone. Yeah, interpretation. Are you talking about the Osmo Pocket, attaching it to a backpack strap? Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. I got to buy that little mount. And so I think once I get that strap mount for my backpack, holy shit, I'm gonna do a lot of walking tours. Because if that thing can just sit there and be stabilized, and I've got an external microphone, I will definitely step up the game on my walking tours, because nobody even realizes it's a camera. They don't react differently. But the audio is not good enough to do that. You gotta have an external mic on that Osmo Pocket to be effective. Yeah, Jason. That little cameraman in the States, I think it's selling for $349. Now here you got to add about $100 on it. I didn't want to wait, so I just went over and picked it up. About $100 more expensive here in the Philippines. So yeah, the volcano or the mount, it's called Mount Arayat. It's near here. It's a dormant volcano. And at some point, I'm going to do a hiking video up to the top of Mount Arayat. But I do want to wait to get that backpack strap so I can just mount that little, the new camera. And then that way I can just backpack up that mountain, shoot at 4K, 60 frames, stabilize. But I need the mount and I need the external microphone and the plug. So somebody told me that down in Manila, they do have some accessories at a DJI store. I'm probably going down to Manila in the next few days, so I'm going to try to hunt that down. But like, I took it out again last night. Great footage, shitty audio. You know, and you just got two little pinholes on that DJI, one facing you and one on the bottom. But it's so small, when you grip it, you inadvertently cover up the microphones. You have to have an external mic or you're just not going to get audio. Okay, so Greg says it's a long way up Mount Arayat. Awesome, man. Makes for a better video. Makes for a cool video. I'm looking at it now, it just looks beautiful. But I want to hike up there, and I'm also going to do the Mount Pinatubo tour, which is pretty interesting all the way around. It's more than just hiking, because you're riding in a damn Jeep like for an hour across the, you know, the flow, you know, what's left over when Pinatubo blew back in '91. The bottom of the DJI Pocket has a microphone. It has two microphones. One is near the buttons facing you, and one's on the bottom. That's the noise cancellation or canceling microphone. So you have two microphones that you can potentially cover up just by gripping it. So with that thing, you have to have, you gotta have an external mic, and you gotta have the mount to put it on a mount or something. It's just too small to hold without covering up the mics. My friend S, I'll be back in Thailand within a couple months, man. A couple months, I gotta head back to Thailand. I mean, Thailand's home. I love Thailand. When I leave there, it's like I'm on a constant hunt for delicious food. In Thailand, there is no hunt. You walk outside wherever you're staying, and there's delicious food everywhere. Night or day, you can get just delicious, fresh, best food in the world is in Thailand. Here, there is good food, but you have to hunt for it. You're not gonna walk out your door at 2 in the morning and there's food staring you in the face. There's not food, period, but number two, good food, you have to hunt it down. In Thailand, everywhere you go, there's great food. That's, you know, they say Thailand is the world's kitchen. Absolute truth. So, I'm looking forward to get back, man. And Go Bobo. Man, if that shit went down, how could I remember it anyhow? No, I don't remember that. There could have been a tiger, and I might still be married to that bitch that I married at the fucking Elvis drive-thru. I mean, I've been to Vegas many times, so I got no idea what went down in Vegas. Because every time I went to Vegas, I was so messed up, man. There's no telling what went down. Japan has the best food. Condor 5150, man. I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree, man. You cannot beat Thailand. Thailand is the best food, the cheapest food, the freshest food. I mean, I'm not saying there's not good food in Japan, but you're probably gonna pay 10 to 15 bucks for a decent meal in Japan. In Thailand, I'm paying $1. How can you beat that, man? So Thailand is my place, man. I know there's good food in Japan, brother, but Thailand is number one for me. Cool story. I love Mexican food too. That's why multiple times a week I am down at Tequila Reef eating. And most of the time get fucked up on a frozen margarita and say and do some stupid shit. But I do love Mexican food too, but any country, I mean, Thailand is the world's kitchen. You know, you don't go there to Thailand and pick up things that have been sitting there all day. You go to Thailand, you tell the dude what you want, boom, he goes to work. How can you beat that? I love adobo and I love sinigang. But what I'm going to maintain is that you have to hunt for good food in the Philippines. And what I mean by that is, okay, if I stop in 10 local restaurants, I'm gonna find maybe 1 or 2 that has really good food, and they'll be my go-to places. But there will be 8 that the food was shit, it was old, it was cold, and you're like, damn. So here you have to seek out those places that serve great food, and then you'll keep going back to them. Okay, for example, if you're here in Angeles City, my buddy D has a place called Deha Store. Just tell the tricycle driver to take you to the Red Hotel, or take a grab car to the Red Hotel. Across the street, his wife runs a restaurant called Deha Store, D-E-J-A-S. It just says Deha Store. Great food, fresh, great food every day. I could eat there every day for lunch, and sometimes we do. She's got, you know, local Filipino dishes, she's got fish, she's got fried chicken. Excellent food. I could eat there every day. And she's got sinigang sometimes, she has chicken tinola. That's my go-to place in Angeles City for eating local food. And the ladies also like the Carinderia across from the Pacific Breeze Hotel. I think it's called La Paz. They love that place. And there are a few more little spots. But in the Philippines, quite often I will go to a local Carinderia. The food is cold, it's not good, and I'm not going back. In Thailand, not so much. Because in Thailand, a restaurant, if it's not 100% delicious, they don't make it. Because Thai people ain't gonna eat there. They don't last long. I mean, Thai people don't give a shit about the location, only a little bit about the price. They really don't give a fuck about the price. It's all about the taste. So a restaurant in Thailand that doesn't serve jam up food ain't gonna make it long. And over here, you know, a lot of folks will eat it because of the price or the location, or they don't have time. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying Filipino food is not good. I love fucking pork adobo. I love sinigang, pork sinigang. I love tinola. I love all the dishes. But I do have an opinion, and I want that shit served up fresh and served up good. And I have to look around and hunt around for those spots that are going to serve it up good. And I highly recommend Deja Store. Again, if sometimes we eat there every day, and I could eat there every day. It's good food, it's fresh, and it's fucking delicious. But I do like going back to Thailand. I love Thai food. I love the spiciness, and I love the availability and the freshness of wherever I go. I'm eating fresh food. I go to the market, I get fresh stuff. You can't beat Thailand. That's my opinion. I love Thailand. That's the way it is. Jason Shoemate, peace out, my friend. Peace out. Thanks for joining us here, man. My ladies love that chicken feet. And folks, I've been living in Thailand for a long time. I've never had any of the street food get me sick. I've never been sick off of any street food. You know, there's one time in Guatemala where I did get sick off of eating at a restaurant, but it wasn't even street food. I got sick because we went in to get some burritos or tacos or something, and they had these 3 big vats of dip. And they had been there for so long, there's like flies flying around them. But I'm a sauce guy. I wanted some sauce. And the J-Dog told me, he said, man, don't eat that shit. That shit's been sitting there for days. I'd had a few beers. I like, fuck it. I just scraped off the top crust off of this cheese type sauce and fucking dipped down in there. Ate this fucking sauce. And within like 24 or 36 hours, I was shitting like a fucking goose. 100% it was that dip. And I should have listened to him, but I was fucked up and I wanted the sauce. That actually required a trip to the emergency room and some antibiotics to get rid of whatever was going on. Doxycycline had to take care of that fucking dip. Now, I got sick one time in Afghanistan eating at a nice restaurant. But Thailand and the Philippines, as far as the food, unless I've been too drunk to remember, I've never got sick off of anything in Southeast Asia, not food-wise. So I eat what I want. On a couple occasions before I have got clipped, but they weren't over here. So I eat the street food in Thailand, and it's funny because like when you live in Thailand, you don't call it street food, you just call it food. The same thing here. You don't say I'm gonna go get some street food. It's food, but the rest of the world refers to it as street food. Never got sick. I eat what the hell I want. If I see something and it looks good, I'm gonna fucking eat it. And maybe it's because my immune system has built up a tolerance because I have been out of the West for so long. But I don't worry about the food. Especially anywhere you go, if the locals are ordering from that restaurant or from that food cart, if the locals are eating it, you can eat it. That's just the way I look at it. Now, if I go to a restaurant and there's no customers, I might be apprehensive about going in there, but that applies to the U.S. as well. If a restaurant has no customers, there's something wrong, they're not turning over the food, maybe you should be concerned. Well, you should be concerned. But I go to any country and there's 4 locals standing in line to get something, I'm gonna get in line. I ain't gonna worry about it. That's just me. I mean, it's your health, you make your own decision, but I don't worry about that. If it looks good, There's locals standing in line. I'm getting in line. I'm gonna give me some of that. Yeah, you can't drink the water. But when you say don't drink the water, the locals don't drink the water. So when you leave the West, you can't drink the water. Here in the Philippines, you know, you'll buy these big 5-gallon jugs. They're very cheap. They're filtered water from local businesses. And we drink that water, and my wife drinks that water because nobody can drink the local water. But for the babies, the young children, we don't even give them that water. We buy bottled water. And most Filipinos I know, that's what they do. If you have a newborn, a baby, you go buy some type of purified bottled water, 7-Eleven, to make the baby's milk with. But we adults, we buy the filtered water in these 5-gallon jugs, and that's what we drink here. But no, you cannot drink the water most places when you leave the West. Do I brush my teeth with the tap water? Yes. But I've been here a long time, and I have probably a much better tolerance than the first-time traveler. So if you're a first-time traveler, it's probably better for you to take a bottle of water, you know, to brush your teeth with, because you don't want to ruin your 1-week vacation just by getting sick, you know, off of some bacteria. But no, I don't brush my teeth with bottled water anywhere. You know, I run the toothbrush under the tap, wash it out, but you don't want to drink it. And I know that's kind of like messed up, because if I put it in my mouth, the same pathogens and bacteria have access to my body. But again, I've been outside the West so long, I don't use bottled water anymore to brush my teeth. I just use the tap water wherever I'm at. Say fuck it. Okay. Daryl Lynn, what's going on, my friend? Folks, I'm about to call this, you know. I got to run to 7-Eleven. Or maybe I just roll down to the CPI call shop, get me a craft beer. What time is it? Shit, it's 2:45. I've been live streaming for hours, my friend. Coming to you live, Angeles City in the Philippines. I'm feeling good, but I'm not fucked up. But I think it's time to go to CPI call shop. And let me give a shout out to everybody who tuned in to this live stream. And if you have any opinions about retiring early, please leave it down in the comments for people who came here for that purpose. Obviously, we got off track. The beginning of this video, we did cover the points I wanted to make. But I want to say thanks to everybody who tuned in, who is here now. Everybody who sent Super Chat money for us over here, thank you very much. And I will go down to CPI call shop now, have me a couple beers. Thanks to everybody who sent money. I do want to give a special shout out to Big Money Benny, and hopefully you don't get your ass banned by trying to upload that crazy ass fucking pole dancing video. I love you, man, and I'm not hating on you, but I know YouTube, and if you keep uploading that crazy ass video, you have to make a new channel, man. But hey, life is short. Roll the dice. Upload that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. But YouTube will spank you in the ass these days. Beautiful day here in the Philippines, my friends. I hope wherever you are in the world that you have a great day, a great morning, a great evening. Goddamn, get up with a smile on your face and live life to its fullest. And if you're in a fucking job or a relationship that you're not happy in, goddamn, folks, make a change in your life. Make a command decision, whether you're a man or a woman. Make a fucking decision. Life is too short to be unhappy. So make some changes. And yeah, I'm gonna have myself a nice cold beer. And thanks to everybody that sent Super Chat funds. I'm gonna go drink a beer in your honor. And just thank you very much for being here. If you're not a subscriber, lower right hand corner of your screen, there should be an Overstay Road sign. Click that, folks. You're gonna get content like this: food, beer, visas, drunken rants, travel videos, my personal philosophy, cooking videos. There ain't no schedule, and this shit ain't scripted. So if you're looking for a schedule, ain't gonna happen. Ain't no script. So it's abstract, like motherfucking Picasso. And I do a lot of cursing too when I drink. So if cursing offends you, be forewarned. All right, but I gotta go. Because in the words of Forrest Gump, I gotta pee. Boom, Derek Webb. Off the top ropes with one for the road, my friend. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go down right now and get me a cold beer at CPI Call Shop. Thanks to that last minute. Boom, got the blue-headed north, blowing up them rainbows. And that's a figure of speech, YouTube. Don't ban me for advocating violence. We're just tearing apart our colors here, all right? We're breaking down the kaleidoscope, the color spectrum, the Sherwin-Williams color palette. Because that's the way we do it here on this channel. That's right, no train tracks, man. All right, folks, I gotta go because I gotta pee. And I gotta go drink me a cold beer. I'm out of beer. So if I can find this little X to stop this live stream, I would just say peace out, my friends. Thank you very much for joining me on this marathon live stream. Came to you live here